What?
That must be how you said it.
Was it sexy the way how I said it?
I don't know. I think you say sexy.
Well, we are live, so that could just be our intro.
We're not live.
Yeah, we are. Oops, hold on.
No, we're not.
Yes, sweetheart.
Oh,
Yes,
we
we
are.
are live,
Hi, everybody.
but we can keep talking. Yes, you need
Oh,
to
shoot.
lower your
Yeah, I got
volume.
it. Yeah, my bad. Hey, Mama Donna. How are
Mama
you?
Donna,
Mama.
everybody, welcome to episode number 4. Can you believe it? We have survived 4 episodes, me and Crystal.
We have many more to come.
Do we? Just kidding.
I don't know. It depends on your behavior. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like it's crazy that we survived 4 episodes, and
We've
we have
done
many
great.
more. But
Yes.
yes, we have. So everyone, welcome to episode number 4. I am your host, Disturbed, followed by my sidekick, my partner in crime, my lover for life, whatever else you
Oh,
want to fill in the blanks, the one and the only Crystal.
hey. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday.
So, what we are going to do is we're going to definitely talk a lot about Nolan Wells and that fiasco. And we're going to talk just a little, like a tiny little bit of Nancy Guthrie. Crystal mentioned something to me this morning that like made a lot of sense, and I think it's worth listening to. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's go with that at first. But the good stuff is going to be with the Nolan Wells because obviously it's hot and there's a lot that needs to be said. And I will be going after the legacy racist media because I've kept my mouth shut for far too long and it's pissing me off. And I'm
And
not
this is
one of them.
our show, so you can
Yeah,
say
and
what
this is our show, so I can, not respect myself and say what the hell I want to say, and I'm going to. So, um, quick announcements. On Monday, we have Brady
Mm-hmm.
and you, sweetheart, talking
Yes.
about your sobriety,
Mm-hmm.
your journey, and your triumph.
Yes.
Because that's the most important thing is where you two are at,
Yes.
winning and going to keep winning because
Mm-hmm. And inspiring others.
I'm going to be on that ass. So we're going to keep winning. Um, hey, Summer, everybody in the chat,
Hey, Angel
hello,
Eyes.
welcome, everybody. We love you guys.
Yes,
Uh,
Angel Eyes. We will have to make an appearance on your show, hon. We will do that.
and then on Tuesday, I am happy to announce another special guest is
Drum roll.
well, I
I
mean,
can't do it.
yeah, we can't. I mean, we didn't give one to Brady, so we got to be like neutral. Like we're happy that we have both these guests coming on the show.
Yes.
But on Tuesday, we're going to have Young Love. And as many of you guys know, Young Love creates a lot of music. I know that there's a lot of our fans that love his music. And I don't know if I should mention this. No, because they wanted to remain anonymous. But somebody came into my DMs. They know who they are. I know who you are. Wink, wink at you. And told me about this. So we went with it. And I reached out, talked to him, and we got him. So he will be on the show. And then I'm actually going to post this video now that I had um, on Q. Boom. So now it's on X. And I created like a little music and stuff like that. So, and I promised him that I was going to announce who he was going to be as our guest on Tuesday.
Yes, and he seems very, very excited to get on another platform to share his story, and we're excited to hear it.
Mm-hmm. So
So,
2 fascinating stories. Well, 3 because
mhm.
you're included. So, um,
Drop your link, Angel Eyes. If everyone would please give Angel Eyes, our wonderful mod, a subscribe. If you go there and subscribe, please, on his YouTube. Thank you.
yes. And didn't I have to announce something else? It was the
I
2
don't.
guests, pretty much how we were gonna intro. Okay, boom. That's your cue. Now you
Okay.
wanna, yeah,
Do I have to
Ty,
jump straight into Nancy Guthrie, or can I say what I wanted to say?
you could say whatever.
Okay,
This is
cool.
your show too.
Okay. So, about the sobriety, I have gotten so many comments, messages. Um, Y'all have like posted on X, even on YouTube itself, and said that I'm inspiring you and helping you along the journey, and that um, it's good to see positivity in all of this. So please tune in on Monday and really, really hear what we have to say. Because I have learned some tools over the last almost 4 years that could be beneficial to help anyone with any kind of addiction. It's also, it comes in pretty handy for like day to day life. It's all about rewiring your brain. I call it brain work. Um, it's about just trying to stay completely positive in a negative, even if you're in a negative environment, trying to find the positive in everything and in everyone. You know who the toxic ones are. You get what I'm saying. Um, but I do want to share a couple of tricks with you because I did everything 100% on my own and by myself, and I don't wish that on anyone to have to go through that by themselves. But it's only made me stronger, and I'm grateful to have a platform to help others in their journey. Okay, so that being said, okay,
Well, if do you mind if I just piggyback off of what you just said?
no, of course not.
All right, so like we all have our journeys, we all have our testimonies,
Hmm.
and I will tell you that I went through something similar some years ago. I may open up about it during the
I
show,
hope you
but
do.
I kind of just want to like let you two cook on, and I'm just gonna just like ask questions. Um, but I remember having a very deep conversation with my pastor, and I'll be very quick about this, and then just go ahead and just
You
jump right
take
into
your time,
Nancy
baby. Go
Guthrie.
ahead.
So I had a very deep conversation with my pastor, and I told him how I had like a little bit of shame, and he jumped on me like before I can even finish everything that I wanted to say. Like he jumped on me, and he was like, "Don't ever say that. Like, do not have that kind of vocabulary in my office again."
Hmm.
He said, "Because your story is a testimony that needs to be heard. Because if you get in a room with 5 people, if you save one life, that one life was worth it. So
Yes.
don't ever feel shame in what you have been through." And I'm talking to you too, Crystal. Like, don't ever feel any shame. You need your story to be out there. Be
Hmm.
proud of it because somebody is going to listen, and
Hmm.
whatever tools or whatever that you provide, that's going to help someone. And
Yes.
it could change a life. It could change two. It could change three, and that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. And we're not doing this for clout. We're not doing this for none of that other stuff. Like we could care less about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But we truly on this show, the brick by brick, we want to build lives. We want to inspire people. We want to put a positivity out there, um, for many to be able to come, on this show and just listen to us. And if we say something that can inspire you, with your goals, your dreams, whatever it may be, then we're happy for you. Like genuinely, we're happy for you. So that's all that I'll say on that. Go ahead, sweetheart. Cook.
Okay.
Oh, wait, let me go get a plate. Never mind. Gotta go.
I have something else to add to that. Um, yes, the entire he and I we've discussed this. The biggest thing that we want to come out of this is to impact as many lives as we possibly can. Um, we want to help. We want to um, motivate. Um, just know that you're not alone because we all have our battles to face. And I will go ahead and a lot of people have talked about mental health and things like that. And I have suffered from mental health, depression for as far back as I can remember for years. Um, well, along my ignore my dog, please. It's hard for me to do it. Um, along my journey, though, I was about 6 months sober, and there's something called deep, dark depression, and especially when you are in sobriety, you do go through it at some point. Mine just took a little longer to come in effect. So I was about 6 months in, and I was at the point to where I either wanted to take my own life or walk out on my family because I felt they deserved better. And all that negativity quickly went away with a prayer. And, I felt like God spoke to me that night and he said, "Why give up? Be better. Be better. Be stronger. Work harder at it. Don't give up." And, when I say that God gave me, or he had literally taken my urge to drink away, I mean that with all my heart. Like, I can be around it. I'm grateful because some people, they're not able to do that. But I can be completely around it and I don't have any temptation. I have no desire of doing it. I have no desire of smoking pot. Um, I'm high on life. Y'all see how goofy I am. Just just being me. I don't need anything else. But I did want to put that out there though, that you're not alone. I am here if you ever need me. Just shoot me a DM as long as it's, about this. Or about true crime. Anyways, so back to Nancy Guthrie.
That
All
was
right.
beautiful. That was so beautiful.
Thanks. About Nancy Guthrie though. The ransom letters came out and we did a live with Daphne and Alex a couple days ago. Well, I had just been thinking and thinking about this buried in nature and the word parish being used. So I started doing some research, and perished and buried with nature is sometimes, thank you, Shana Banana.
Sh-
um,
it's
Go ahead.
Shanana.
Shanana or Shanana?
No, Shanana. Remember, it's Sha underscore because I dignified it. I dignified her name. It's Sha Nana. So it's combining her name and the banana. Shanana.
Okay, Shanana.
There you
There we
go.
go.
See? It
Shanana.
flows better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
See? I'm worth it, folks.
He is. Oh, he is.
Just kidding.
Um, but about Nancy Guthrie and the word perished and buried in nature. I couldn't even go to sleep last night because I just had so much on my mind. Shut up.
No, I'm reading her comment.
Oh,
Shanana.
okay. Get back on track. I'm trying. Sorry, I'm ADD. I'm sorry. But I was looking up some stuff, and poets and writers usually use those kind of terms, but also people who English is not their first language. They could have used a translation tool, and the main ones is like Spanish, Italian, and Greek. I think it was. Isn't that what you said, babe? Greek. I think it was
Yeah,
Greek.
Greek
Yeah.
is tied to a lot of biblical
Mhm.
like verses and stuff like that, like translations and things of that nature.
Yeah. So I was just thinking of
Historically
that.
too. So
Yeah. Like I'm not saying I think she's in Mexico or anything like that. I'm just saying that they were either trying too hard with that second letter, or they might not English might not have been their first language. So I kind of found that kind of interesting. And then also about the poetry thing, because where the facts have led us so far. But that's all I wanted to add on the Nancy Guthrie. Quit smiling. Quit laughing at me.
I'm reading the chat.
Oh. Say your name. Say your name.
Say your name. Say your name. All right. So you tied like you're confident with that whole Nancy Guthrie thing,
Yeah, I'm good.
which
That's
makes
it.
sense. I mean, if you think about it, like poetry, and then some of the stuff that we talked about with Daphne and her great show. I mean, hey, look, in today's day, in this world, anything is possible, to be honest with you.
Oh, I do want to add that I did look into her poetry and his poetry and her book and all that. And there was no word perished mentioned anywhere in there. But also remember where T is from. He's from Italy. So, and one of those were Italians that would possibly use that language. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. I'm not accusing, it's all alleged. You guys know the drill. All right. Do you want to start on Nolan?
Well, we can go with Shenanigans.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We'll go there, and then we'll start to cook, and then
Okay.
trust me, from there, that's where the blood pressure will start to boil within me, and then that's when I'm just going to go off on my epic.
He's
rant.
very passionate, guys.
When it comes to like,
in the good ways too.
I just so everybody knows, I'm like but I don't talk about it on X or anything because it's a big turnoff. But I'm like big into politics, like very very big into politics. But I keep it all on the down low. I try not to mention anything politics online or anything like that. But there's a lot of stuff that the old legacy media has been doing to us as a people, dividing us. And it pisses me off because it really exposes the amount of sheep that are in this world. And it's ridiculous. People that just read a headline and they go with it, and that formulates their opinion. And no matter what, no matter how much truth you can show them, it won't do anything. Like they've already set their mind on it, and that's the way it is. And like I don't like that. I like to come with facts and just lay everything out. And if you want to continue to be a sheep, that's your problem. But just remember, sheep are always led to the slaughter. Remember that.
Yeah. Voices and evidence. You blocked me on X for some reason. You and I were going to do a live at one point, and I guess I wasn't fast enough, and you blocked me. So, Crystal's crime board. Anyway, what is it? Shanana? Shoot, what was it again?
Shanana. All right, let me go ahead and.
Yes, that's a very good idea. Let me know what you come up with.
Share. All right, chat. Can you guys see this real good? Do I need to? Is there like a Zoom feature or no?
I don't remember because I don't really share a whole lot of stuff.
Well, can you? We have mods, right? We have mods in the chat. So if
yes, we have mods.
Okay, let me just go ahead and do this. Oh, I could do a picture in picture. All right, just so everybody knows, we moved the show to StreamYard. So there's like tons of great features. I haven't learned how to use it all, but just give me until the next show and you're going to see this show just popping with all kinds of stuff. So all this credit goes to our very own Shanana, who is just phenomenal out there and just coming up with like all kinds of heat for all kinds of stuff. So we are just blessed to have her.
Yes, we love her. We
Yes,
love her.
we love her, and we're just blessed to have her in the fam. So
Mhm.
she been posting all kinds of stuff. And did you want to read this stuff, love?
You got it.
Or you want me to read it?
Yeah, you got it.
All right. So she brought up some great points. Now we're jumping into the whole Nolan Well stuff, okay? Because there's a lot of discrepancies
Yeah.
that I've been seeing. There's a whole lot of crazy stuff that's going on with this case. So we'll just start with this. So her first take is, why won't Katie just say when she last saw Nolan? How did they part ways? What was the last thing she saw him doing? She could help with this situation. Agreed. And
Mhm.
isn't it her sister is the one that's actually speaking for her?
Yes,
Okay,
on her behalf.
which is sus.
And she wasn't even there.
Well, her sister is probably Katie's telling her sister what to say, probably.
Exactly, though, but she
Or
wasn't
if
even there.
she's, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're all lawyered up too.
I'm sure
So,
they are.
so it could be that uh, the lawyer's telling the sister what to say as well. That way, there's no incrimination involved or anything that the authorities can then go back like a month from now and be like, "Oh, well, you said this, and that's not accurate." Okay.
Mm.
Her second point is, why all the third person wishy washy statements from parties she spoke to? Why won't she make an official statement? Bang. That's what we were just saying. Like, just come out and
Mhm.
just say what
Yeah.
you saw. I mean, if you're not guilty, like, I'm sorry, but if I'm in that situation, like, I'm not going to lawyer up. I'm going to come out and say it. Like, this is what I saw. He was with me at this time.
Mhm.
This is who was around me. Say their names. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I'm totally taken out of this equation, whether something nefarious happened or not. Like, you're going to come clean. I don't know what it is. See, this is another problem. Once you get the scumbag lawyers involved, everything just gets dirty. And yes, I did say that. And I'm not taking it back either. Third point, Katie left the island later with her own group, her brother Tony and his fiance, and Eva Kreidel. So she left with her own group, her
We'll
brother
get you
Tony.
on the voices.
What?
Absolutely.
Huh?
Voices and evidence. She's wanting to come on with us eventually. I don't know when, but because she's a former criminal psychologist.
Oh, okay.
She has her own show too as well. If you want, put your link in the chat and everybody go sub.
Yeah, we would definitely love to have you on.
Absolutely. And don't
Uh,
forget about me, Crystal's Crime Board on YouTube. Okay, I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
no, you're good. So Katie's sister speaks. Katie is a girl Nolan Well spent time with on shore. It's unclear exactly what Katie observed. Nothing nefarious in article. Oh, that's from TMZ.
Yeah,
I
we
can't.
don't
I
listen
can't.
to
I don't like TMZ at all
me either.
because never mind.
Yes, I think probably for the same reason as me.
You talk. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody that we
Kirk.
love. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. And
Same.
that whole bull crap that happened, that they were
Yep.
cheering in the background, and then they came
Yep.
on and they were like, "Oh, that something," or
See how much alike we are, guys?
it's just,
It's crazy.
yeah. It's screw you, TMZ.
Yeah. F you,
Okay.
Harvey.
Yeah, and that.
Piece of shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
All
not sorry.
right. Nolan Well, sister of girl. Wait, Nolan Well, sister of girl he allegedly stayed behind with at Horn Island, speaks out. So that's the headline from them.
Katie's sister. Yeah.
Thing is, Katie's sister Gracie told the Daily Mail Katie had a conversation and assumed that Nolan was getting ready to get on the boat he came out on. Isn't that the same boat that sank a little bit, that was
There
towed?
was 3 boats. There was 3 boats in total.
What was the one that was starting to sink?
I'm
Hey,
not.
sweet Caroline.
Hello. Yes, if you have a YouTube, please feel free to share your link, and everybody, let's try to build each other up.
Okay. Now, just so you guys know, Officer Tatum, I love him.
Mhm.
I've always been a fan of his. He's been cooking on this and he's been posting, and we're going to play some of his videos for context just so that you guys can see what he's saying. So I'm wondering if we should just play some of this now.
Oh, thank you for posting my X. Can you also do my YouTube? Trying to get to 1,000. I'm not too far off. So are you going to play the video?
Yeah, I'm gonna set it up now. This is Officer Tatum, who goes off on the lawyer for the mom and the dad, and he was on Fox News. This video is only 4 minutes and 50 seconds, so we'll play some of it because we don't want to bore
just play it all
too much. You guys want that, chat? If you guys want that, then I'll play it all. All right, here we go.
I want to play some sound from Benjamin Crump. He would see what he said. I think you'll find this is kind of a biased narrative, but I'll let you decide that. Watch.
This pathologist cannot rule out if any intervening non-accidental factors contributed to or caused the death of Nolan Wells. Understand, he said based on the examination of the body, he cannot rule out foul play. That is significant.
Brandon, he says you can't rule out foul play. What he left out is there is zero evidence of foul play.
First of all, Benjamin Crump needs to learn how to read. And I think that he was very disrespectful to the family by even doing this presentation unprepared. It is asinine that he would interject race into a situation where there's no evidence of race and there's no evidence of foul play. I think that every single person under the sound of my voice wants to know what happened to Nolan Wells. But what we don't want is for people to interject hatred into a community that's struggling right now to deal with the fact that a young man who had an incredibly bright future, who was beloved by everybody, would be taken at such a young age. But this is what they do, Trace. They go into these communities, they push racism because it's the only way that they can still keep up the grift. Because we know, and me actually going to Mississippi, I spoke to many citizens there. I spoke to all of the kids that were involved in this, and they were good, quality, young people raised right, and the community isn't rooted in racism like maybe it was several decades ago. But Benjamin Crump has to come out and do this instead of being honest and interviewing every party involved to get the full spectrum before he get out and run his mouth.
And Brandon, I want to play. This is because you also talked to Nolan Well's best friend, and I want to play some of this sound because this is really a big part of the story that is being left out. And you got to the bottom of this. It is well worth the watch. Listen to this very closely.
The statements that are out there made it appear that it was just you, Nolan, and probably 2 or 3 other guys, and y'all are the only ones that went out to this island.
And that's completely incorrect. I mean, Horn Island on the 4th of July is the most popular day to be on the water on, throughout the entire Gulf Coast. Next thing you know, there's 50 other people around us, and then it just grew and grew as the day came on. And, that's just how it was. Everybody's drinking, it's 4th of July. Everyone's just trying to enjoy themselves. And, it's a big party, basically. Big party.
Yeah, and you had witnesses, Brandon, that were saying that Nolan stayed on the island because he was with a girl, and he said he would take the next boat home, and these guys left. It's not like they did anything nefarious. Pick it up from there.
Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Warren for being brave and showing courage to come out, because while I was there, the young men were getting death threats, people trying to show up at their houses, but it doesn't appear that they did anything wrong. They showed me, I went out to Horn Island. They gave a very clear articulation that they left. They had Life 360 evidence. They had text message evidence. You name it, they had it. They've already talked to investigators. Some of the young men took an equivalent of a lie detector test and all passed. And they had nothing to do with this. And let me tell you this, Trace, these young men were hurting. They literally had tears in their eyes talking about their best friend who had died. And it's a shame that these race hustlers came out and did what they did, because Warren and others couldn't even go to the funeral because they were afraid somebody would attack them at the funeral, and they were not welcome there. And you got to think, these are Nolan's really close friends. He spent the night at their house. He went out at 4th of July with them. And Nolan was a grown man. You know, we all know he was with a young lady. He wasn't trying to go back at 4:30 with these boys. He was trying to hang out like any other teenager would do. And instead of finding out the fact patterns that will lead us to understand what happened to Nolan, they're pushing racism, and it is a shame. And these people should be sued. Their socks to be sued off at the vitriolic stuff that they've been pushing with no evidence.
Brandon Tatum, you did exceptional work out there. Thank you for coming on the show, sir. We very much appreciate it.
Summer hit it right on the spot. Yep, they're trying to divide us.
Okay, so just a couple things. This is where I start cooking. I'm sorry, sweetheart, because
No, you're good.
I like now feel the blood pressure. Like it's getting to me. All right, so first off, this legacy racist media, you guys are finished. Point blank, you're done with. They reported that there was only like a bunch of white people, and it was a small group, and they made it seem like it was just these, you know, this little group of like 4, 5, 6 white people, and then Nolan Wells. Now, let me, for context, I want to say something very important, and it's going to matter to a lot of people, but then there's always going to be that little minority group that doesn't believe anything that we say. We're staying neutral in this. We have nothing to gain from this. We're just going to be reporting on the facts, and we're going to just be talking about this because it's unfortunate that a young, beautiful soul lost his life, and every life matters. Okay. And I feel for this family, and this young man who lost his life. And by all accounts, this was a good kid. From videos that I've seen and everything, he seemed like a very, very sweet kid. And I only hope that this kid is in heaven. So I want to just preface by saying that, which I think is very important. The legacy media definitely tried portraying this as a racial thing. Now, this is very important. And this has been on my heart and mind for a long time. And I'm kind of going to chat, just go with me here because this is very important. I'm very objective on a lot of things, and I see things on the outside looking in. And I'm going to say this to all my white people. I'm not white, as you can see, by no stretch of the imagination. You can see my tone. I am Castilian and Italian. Okay. I am sick and tired of you freaking racist people in the media that's trying to divide us and trying to make my white brothers and sisters feel guilty about shit that happened so long ago. White people, hear me out. You owe no one an apology for shit that happened years ago. I'm not owed an apology. I don't want an apology because y'all didn't do nothing to me. And I love white people. I love all races until you cross me the wrong way. But other than that, I have no issues with no one. And I am sick and tired of this freaking media that's trying to make white people feel guilty about anything that happens. That's bullshit, and I'm sick of it. And I'm going to speak out about it because I've had this held in for too long, seeing the headlines and then all the sheep that follow in that bullshit. Enough is enough. White people, you guys have no apology to give to no one. Period. Are there racist people? Absolutely. There's racist people in every single race. Hell, there are Italians that are racist. Does that make me a racist because I'm Italian? No. I'm Castilian. Are there racist Castilians? Yes. Does that make me racist? No. There are racist people in every single creed, religion, you name it, whatever the frig, there are racists in everything. But as a whole, this country is good. And I'm even going to take it one step further. And I don't even care how anybody takes it because I actually thought about this a lot over the years. I'm in engineering. A kid that was born in Brooklyn, New York. Okay, I didn't go to college. I took certain classes when I got into engineering. And I'm going to tell you one thing. It was my white brothers. No other race. It was my white brothers starting in 1999 when I first started my career path in engineering that taught me everything that I know today. Do you know who were the other races that were giving me side eyes in the same firms that I was in? Every other race. They were all giving me the side eye. And not one of them ever helped me out. It was my white brothers that taught me everything that I know today about engineering. And I am in debt to them forever. This is why this whole thing, this narrative that this media is pushing, pisses me the hell off when I hear that white people need to apologize for stuff that happened years ago. You guys don't have to apologize for shit. And as long as you're around me, I better never hear you apologize for anything that has happened in the past because you have nothing to do with it. And if you do, then I'm just going to have to just block you. Or I don't want to be associated because that's fake. That's fugazi to me. So getting back on topic, I just needed to get this off my chest because I've had this bullshit built up inside of me. And I'm also going to say another thing too. You know what? No, it's better that I just leave that because I think it's going to be too much for a lot of people. But I know who started this whole divide that happened because this nation has been healing for years. Mm-hmm. And then one certain person got into office and then everything went to fucking shit. And that's a fact. But I'll bring that up on another show. Maybe I'll just go solo and just talk about politics because I love politics and all that other crap. But that may be a little too deep for a lot of people. So let's get back on topic now. But I really wanted to.
You did great.
To say it. You know what, Obama? You were the worst president of this country in the history of this country. And you stirred the pot and you divided a lot of us. A lot of the crap that's going on today, this was all by design. You started this crap.
Yep.
A lot of the stuff we were healing as a nation and we've come far as a nation. And I'm not white. Look at me. I'm not white. And this is me saying this. It's because I do my own research. I don't need someone to speak up for me. I don't need someone to tell me how to think. I think for myself. And I'm a threat to a certain group of people. I'm a threat to a certain party because they want you to think that you need them. I don't need those people in my life. I've been through struggles. I've been through shit in my life and I've figured it out and I've done it on my own. And I blame but myself and my own stupid decisions that I've made in the past. And I got myself out of it. And by the grace of God, I'm better today than I ever was. And I never blamed anyone. I never blamed the race. I didn't say, oh, the white man's keeping me down. Screw that. The white man is who taught me everything that I know today. A lot of the things that we enjoy today is because of them. I'm just speaking facts, folks. Some people may not want to hear this, but it is the truth. And I'm going to speak the truth. And I don't give a damn. I don't care. I've had this bottled up for years, and enough is enough. The truth needs to be out there, and we need to talk about this stuff.
Yes.
And you know what? Fortunately for a lot of people, I'm that son of a bitch that you will not shut me up. I will not comply. I will not stand down. I have a big mouth, and I'm going to use it, and I'm going to speak on truth, whether y'all like it or not. Plain and simple. That's just the way it is. That's the way it's going to be. Thank you very much.
That's my man, guys.
And God bless. All right, now we can get back to this Nolan Wells thing. Now, another thing, I'm getting sick and tired of authorities. Yet again, here we have a second case where the sheriff's department maybe or maybe not blundered this case. We have yet to find out everything that has happened. My heart grieves for this family. I feel bad for this family. I can't even imagine. I got 3 kids of my own. I can't even imagine what that mother and what that father is going through.
Same. And we both have one around that age.
It's sad. And we need to find out the truth. We've seen all the crap that has happened with the whole Nancy Guthrie thing. And look at the mess and the circus that crap has become. But Crystal, it goes back to our conversation today, this morning. Our society's going to shit. And you know what a lot of people think? You know how a lot of people think today? And this is facts as well. That ain't my child. I don't care. I'm here to collect a paycheck. I'm just going to do my job and go home to my family. I don't give a shit about anything else. I see that every single day in everything.
Yeah. It's starting to become more normal. It's normalized a lot.
And the thing with the whole race thing with the Nolan Wells, even Officer Tatum put it out there. He showed a video where there was like an airplane that was like flying over, and the legacy racist media portrayed it as just this tiny little group, like such a small group, like only like 5, 6, 7 people, whatever. But this airplane that flew over the island showed that there was like hundreds of boats at that time. Like I don't see how it's the narrative. It's the narrative. Keep people divided. That's the thing. It's the evilness of that narrative. That as long as that crap is out there, this is going to continue. Just lie, because we're still going to be able to keep a certain amount of people in our pockets because they'll believe any shit that we tell them.
Yeah.
And people, you know, and I'm not saying people that are watching us in our chat, because we know that a lot of you already do your research. But to those that may be the first time coming on and listening, y'all got to do your research. Stop believing everything that the freaking media tells you because they're lying. Look at what they've done to our president. Look at all the crap that he's been through and all the lies and the smears. I don't need to tell you anymore. A lot of you should already know this. Do your own research. And I'm not telling you who to vote for, what party, because they're all corrupt. They're all corrupt. It's disgusting, the crap that's out there. It's all disgusting. And a lot of them make me sick. Do you want to cook?
I was just letting you get it all out. Letting you get it all out. You did great.
I mean, I got more, but you got to talk too. I mean, like, I can't. This isn't the me show.
Oh my goodness. What is her nickname again? Damn. For Shanae. I'm just gonna call her fucking Army freaking Shanae.
Shanana.
It slipped. Okay, so the 22-inch. Damn, I need my glasses. What is it? Tribon Watts boat. Nolan rowed this boat to the island with 8 people, 22, and I think this is that one. The Talon boat had 10 to 16 people. Bart and Warren, college friends. And I know you said another one. Palm Beach. Smaller boat, 4 guys. Okay. So that's how their thing was. The only thing I don't understand is, I mean, I get why he would want to, stay behind because, there's a girl. But at the same time, won't he be stranded? I mean, were they planning on coming back to get him?
There were so many boats there. That's the thing. So they could have gotten on another boat.
Well, I was watching Nancy Grace last night. I sent him the link as well, and she was going over. I think I sent you the pictures, didn't I, of the autopsy?
Let me check.
I wanted you guys to, if you haven't seen on Nancy Grace, the markings on the back of his head. Yeah, Obama sucks.
I don't have anything that you sent me. Was it in a text message?
No,
I'm definitely not sure. I'm not sharing that. No, what do you mean stop?
Oh my goodness, you're so funny. All right, hold on. I'm gonna send it to you now on X in our chat that we hardly ever use.
Thank the Lord for that.
You got that right. I don't want to get hacked. That would be terrible.
There's a message that just came up. You might
I
want
just
to
sent you
resend
one.
it.
Oh.
Yeah, but there's a message that was coming in during it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you might want to resend that.
All right.
There you go.
All right, hold on. I got more in the tank. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. I thought I had already sent these to you.
No, you're good. And he, so with Nancy yesterday, she had, what was that guy's name? Was it Michael something?
Oh my goodness. Who was it?
I
sent you one twice.
Something.
I can't think
He's
now.
an expert on the whole thing, and he said that it's normal for because the state right now has his throat or like part of it. So
yeah, they're holding it for a reason, is what he was saying. So, all right, bring up the. Dang, I did send it all to you. I sent you stuff twice. Sorry, apologize. But bring up the one where there's red marking on the back of the head. Yes, she always brings the sauce.
Do you see the one with the red markings in the back? Do you not see that there is a message above the heads? It's from someone.
That's you. From you.
It says X, Y, YouTube,
yeah.
And there's a
X,
heart. Of course, I love this. You are amazing.
Yes, you are loving it.
Was that me?
Yes, I have you on there, and then X and YouTube.
All right, I guess you guys will just show everybody my mushy side.
It's okay. They've seen it enough.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay. The brick by brick show is upgrading.
Yes.
Don't mind the mushy text above the heads.
Hey, it could be worse. I promise you that. It could be. It could be much worse.
Yeah, just be thankful, chat, that's all you see.
Yes. So anyway, they were saying that he was found face down, and that someone said I think it was the first corner. Was it the first corner? I don't know, but Nancy Grace went off on him and said that he thought that the redness in the back was blood pooling. Well, with gravity and you're found face front or face down, it would pull to the front. It would not be in the back. The headrest for coroner. I don't know. They are saying that it looks like a particular type of marking. So I'm wondering if he did get on a boat, possibly, and somebody maybe was stepping on him while the other was choking, possibly, because that's what they're thinking, is that he was choked, which is why they have the throat. But maybe his head was pressed up against something hard that left some indentions. I'm just speculating, just based on what I heard on Nancy Grace last night. But I found that interesting. And then it shows, there's another picture that shows the different pictures or the different parts of the throat.
Yeah. But just real quick, just for context, like, just so you know, so like the picture on the left, it's showing, obviously the front of his face. Well, it's not him, but it's just an illustration. But the guy that was on with Nancy, and I apologize if you ever see this, that I don't remember your name, but he said that it's normal for the state to have this in their possession. So whatever fibers or whatever that they're trying to get from their tests and stuff like that, it's normal for them to keep like that part of the organ, for whatever the reason. So it's normal. So if you constantly hear the legacy media say, oh, they're hiding something, that should have been delivered with the body. No, this guy clearly spoke on facts and said that it's normal for the state to hold that for further investigation. So if you hear that lie out there, just know that what the state is doing is perfectly normal, that it's okay. Eventually, I'm pretty sure it will be returned or whatever, when they're done. I don't know what the procedures are. I don't know what the laws are. I don't know any of that, but this guy spoke on that fact.
Yes.
That it's normal.
And he thinks that it's possible the reason why they kept it is because potentially they did see something that kind of, because the second corner.
What other picture did you want me to show?
The one with the throat. It shows.
Okay, that's absent.
Yeah. If you want to, do you still have that clip of Nancy Grace? We'll say you might be able to.
Oh, I'll pull it up. I'll play it. Yeah, you know what? Okay. That's good. Yeah, we'll play for everybody.
I think that would probably be the best bet, instead of, because they can describe it a hell of a lot better than I can.
Yeah. So we'll play the video, and you'll see that this part right here, where it says absent, he'll speak on that. That it's normal for the state to do what they're doing because they're still investigating the fibers, the tissues, whatever. And he goes into depth, like, about the throat and everything, like what they look for and stuff like that. So the media is going to be like, oh, they're hiding something, bad white man bad. No, it's just them stirring the pot, trying to divide us, trying to do all this crazy stuff. Let's wait for all the facts to come out, and then let the authorities go after whoever, if they're responsible for this heinous crime. If a crime was committed, go after them with the full extent of the law, and make sure that they never see daylight ever again, because this is disgusting. Okay, so there's that. And let me find the video. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Stop the screen share. Just give me 1 second. Where did you go? Oh, Crystal. I love how she just leaves and didn't even tell me. All right, I'm gonna play this. Yes, okay. So I will start where I'm gonna start where the doctor starts talking. Go there, share screen. Boom. Hit the stage. All right, folks, here we go. And this is the guy, and you'll hear him talk about this.
People, if this were your child, wouldn't you want to know what happened?
Stop slamming on the desk, Nancy.
He goes
damn
out
it.
with friends. They all come back. He's dead. I don't understand the hate directed toward Nolan's family and to everyone looking for answers. At this hour, I don't think anyone is guilty, but I do know that there is a conflict in the stories, and we are not stopping until we know what happened to Nolan Wells. So you can send all the hate and vitriol you want. Have at it. That from our friends over at NAACP. Straight out to Joseph Scott Morgan. We got an all-star panel lined up to analyze what's happening at this hour. As we are learning, the FBI has swooped into this investigation. And that is not disparaging local law enforcement, although they did apparently jump the gun at the get-go and say no foul play suspected. Well, I suspect foul play because I don't know any differently. Maybe it will turn out to all be an accident. But as of right now, we need a full-on investigation. Joe Scott Morgan, before I give you a very, very long intro bio, where's the throat? I know we have deep red markings on the occipital bone that's in the back of the thank you. This is directly from the autopsy. We want you to see what the family has seen. Don't you think, Joe Scott Morgan, that the second medical examiner might need the throat to figure out what happened? I mean, Joe Scott, it's on fire, claims that Nolan Wells had been lynched, that he had been strangled, asphyxiated. Do I believe a lynching occurred? No, I do not believe that. But I do know I need to see the neck.
Yeah, and let me tell you where the neck is. Or the organs of the neck, as it's referred to. These neck structures are actually being held by the Mississippi State Medical Examiner's Office, and they don't just arbitrarily hold things like this, Nancy. This is something that would commonly go with the body when the body is released. So I deduce the fact that they have seen something there that they're trying to hold on to from an evidentiary value. Remember, the state still has an ongoing investigation in this case, and they see evidentiary value in this. And yes, I know that the second autopsy prosector up in D.C. would have liked to have seen this, but he understands this, why they would retain it. And it is being retained, I can promise you that, as are other tissue samples. But the problem is that when you get into these structures in the neck, one of the things you're trying to assess is, was this a drowning? Also, is there any kind of trauma? If people will just put their hands right here in the midline of your neck, you'll feel that kind of cartilaginous body there. That's cartilage, right? That can be fractured. Need I remind you, Epstein, right? So you have to examine this. Also, here's our word, Nancy. They're talking about the hyoid is missing as well. So they don't have that.
Show me Joe Scott Morgan, because show me Joe Scott. You and I, hyoid, we know what it is because you and I have handled a ton of asphyxiation, ligature, manual strangulations, you name it. Hyoid, explain. So delicate.
Yeah, and it's very, very far up the neck, Nancy. And one of the things that happens is that with the hyoid, it's generally only traumatized as a result of direct pressure that's generally applied by a throttling event or a C-clamp like this, throttling meaning like this, so manual strangulation. And an outlier here is ligature strangulation, but primarily hands-on. So they're looking for little fractures in here all along the way. So that has to be dissected along with these other, there's a couple of other structures that you look at as well. They've held on to this for some reason. I don't have the answer for that, but I can tell you it's being preserved. I don't know if they're getting further consultation on their end, that is the state. And I'm sure that.
Yeah. Stop. Joe Scott, you're giving me so much information. Let me tell everybody, if they don't know who you are, why you're here tonight. Okay. Joe Scott Morgan is a death investigator. He has investigated over 10,000 death scenes of all natures. You've only got a few choices. You've got homicide, suicide, accident, natural causes like a heart attack, and unexplained. Tonight, we've got 2 unexplained medical examiner's reports.
Yeah.
Why? We don't have the lungs in a potential drowning case. Why? We don't have the neck in a potentially, as you said, throttling case. Why?
Yeah.
Those are the 2 main things I want to see. Joe Scott Morgan, professor of forensics, Jacksonville State University, with a world-class criminal procedure department. I've toured it myself. He's the author of Blood Beneath My Feet on Amazon, and he is the star of a hit podcast, Body Bags with Joe Scott Morgan, and so much more, but that would take the whole program. Joe Scott, really? With allegations floating, very incendiary allegations of lynchings, of throttlings, of ligatures. The main thing I want to see, the lungs and the neck, and they're both missing. I have a problem.
Well, I don't know that the lungs are necessarily missing. Let me tell you how this works. They have done sections of the lungs at the ME's office in Mississippi. Now, the one thing that is included in this report relative to the second autopsy that's been released is that the doctor here, who is a fantastic doctor, highly credentialed, knows what he is doing, former chief medical examiner for DC, he is stating that he has taken tissue samples. He repeats this over and over again in the report. He submitted this for his own histology. Why is that important? Well, if you get into the lungs, that lung tissue, and he can identify it even in it, I'm going to be real graphic here, it arrived in a bag, okay? So he would have to pick through this, find lung tissue in there, and then sample that. And he's going to be looking microscopically for signs of drowning there, and he'll make his own assessment. One of the things I'm concerned about, Nancy, and I hope that they did this down in Mississippi, is that when they did this initial examination, did they do diatom testing, which is you're looking for these little bits of algae that are distinct to both freshwater and saltwater. And if you find that within the system, that's also an indication that the individual may have been submerged and taken on water. So right now we've got a lot of questions, but as the second doctor says, this is all still pending investigation.
I'm trying to digest and make sense of everything Joe Scott Morgan just told me. But what I know is that I don't have the lungs and a potential drowning, and I don't have the neck and a potential throttling, as he called it. And again, Joe Scott, we don't have evidence of any strangulation, be it manual or ligature, except that deep red discoloration. And I read in the autopsy report, it was about 12 by 8. How can that be? Explain to me what they're talking about.
Yeah, can we please put that drawing up that the doc rendered there? You know something interesting about that mark, Nancy? This thing has got kind of, as he has drawn it out here, that red indication that he's done with a pen on this anatomical diagram, Nancy, that's got what is referred to as kind of specific margins, doesn't it? It almost appears as though there is a pattern there, and it extends. If folks at home will take their hand and put it on that kind of bony prominence in the back of your head, that's called your occiput. Okay, that's where the occipital bone is. So it looks like it's just beneath there. So right along that edge, this thing's got margins. It almost looks like it could potentially have a pattern, hard to say, but do you see how he has it drawn out there? It's almost like a rectangular shape. When you talk about decomposition, which he does extensively here, and he says he can't make a full assessment because of the status of the decomposition. Decomposition is what's called diffuse. That means it kind of spreads out randomly. What he has drawn there, at least from his estimation there, or his rendering that he's done there, puts margins on this thing. You got a top end, a bottom end, and then you got sides.
Okay, all that said, what does it mean? Because to me, Dr. Kendall Crowns, who I respect deeply, by the way, suggested it was blood pooling. I'm not buying that because it's nowhere else. We don't see that anywhere else on the body. Hey, Caitlin Becker joining me, senior national correspondent, New York Post. She is a star of New York Postcast, like podcast, but Postcast. Caitlin, thanks for being with us tonight. Caitlin, I had it out with Dr. Kendall Crowns yesterday. He has superior knowledge, so I was at a disadvantage, but I'm still sticking to my guns. I don't see how the blood in his body can pool in one location on the whole back of his body, even if he's laying on his back. Hold. Brian Trasher, Vice President, United Cajun Navy. Brian, isn't it true that when Nolan was found, he was face down, repeat, face down on the beach, just at the water's edge? And let's see the aerial video when I'm talking to Brian so everybody can see what he's talking about. Go ahead, Brian.
Yes, ma'am. He was face down on the beach right at the water's edge. I'm not sure if he was spotted still floating and they brought him in, or if he washed up right there, but I can only describe where I saw him as we flew over the island.
Brian Trasher, based on the photo that I received from an undisclosed source, he was face down, almost as if he were asleep, with one leg slightly out to the side. Okay. Face down. Do you agree with that, Brian?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Okay. Back to Caitlin Becker, senior national correspondent, New York Post, star of New York Postcast. Caitlin, what can you tell me about claims that his body was sent to the second autopsy, the independent autopsy, face down?
There seems to be a lot of questions about how Nolan's body was received, found, sent. If he was sent face down, that also doesn't make sense to me for the claim that it would be blood pooling in the back of his head, because if he's face down, wouldn't blood pool just by nature of gravity this way if he was found face down? It just doesn't make a lot of sense. But as I was listening to you and Joseph Scott Morgan talk, I mean, I don't know the terrain here, but if they're keeping the throat for a potential throttling and you see this mark on the back of the head, if you're thinking in terms of someone's head pressed up against it, if there's something behind my head and you're pressing me this way, but by not knowing the manner or cause of death, we're kind of jumping to a conclusion there. So it just seems like every single layer, there is more questions than answers. And the mark on the back of the head, and not seeing in the autopsy report that there were really marks or signs of trauma anywhere else, was really particularly curious. I mean, why just there? What caused it? And we don't really have those answers about whether or not there was significant trauma to the flip of that to the front, because as you said, throat wasn't sent for the second autopsy.
So back to you, Joe Scott Morgan. I'm going to bring in the rest of the panel in just one moment. Joe Scott, how could the deep reddened markings at the back of the head, the occipital, how could that come from the blood sinking down post-mortem? It just, first he was face down, so it would sink to the blood would go to his face. That was would be the lowest point. But after that, after he's dead for a period of days, I don't see how the blood could then continue to pool in a different direction. And we are getting reports that he was sent to the second autopsy face down. I find that hard to believe, but that's according to reports.
Yeah. And so understand this, with decomposition, okay, it's like I said, it's going to be diffuse. And this second autopsy, I don't know if people are aware of this, but you can read through the report itself, and it's very, it's very, very graphic in the sense that this doctor that did this case, that did the follow-up, he did such an extensive dissection here. I'm talking about stuff that we don't normally do at autopsy. He's done the back, he's done the buttocks, he's done the backs of the legs, the arms, the hands, even the back of the head. He took this even further than the people in Mississippi did. And this is something that we normally do, so folks understand, this is something we normally do with an in custody death, all right? With where it is this extensive, and he doesn't see anything from a hemorrhagic standpoint like direct trauma. The big question is this pattern on the back of his head, and I'm calling it a pattern because of the way he's demonstrated this with his diagram on the back of this thing. And he doesn't go into great detail about that in the autopsy report. So how did it get there?
What I want to know is all these witnesses are right there. Brian Trasher, don't, like planes, have a tail number? Can't you identify who these boats are by their markings, by their numbers, by their identification? They've got names written on the side. They've got tail numbers, so to speak. Have all of these people been brought in? I mean, tell me how to identify a boat and how to locate the driver and bring them in for questioning about what happened that day. Because listen, Brian, the friends say we left him with Katie. Katie apparently has been found and says, no, he left with his friends. Okay, right there, I've got a problem. How did everybody leave Gilligan on the island waving, hey, I'm here, and they all left him? I find that hard to believe. I've got to find out what precipitated him going into the water and how that fits in with the marking on the back of his neck. Do you see where I'm going, Trasher?
Absolutely. And yes, to answer your first question, some of these boats, just by the names, people that name the boats, and if you can detect registration numbers, if it's registered in the state of Mississippi, that's easy to find. I'm told that over 60 people have been interviewed by law enforcement. I don't know who they are or how they were brought in, but there was a lot of interviews that have been conducted. I'm assuming there's going to be more. With regards to, what happened, that's always been the question. That's why his parents want to know. There's just absolute black hole from about 4:30 p.m. on July 4th until he washed up Monday morning, where nobody seems to know anything. Nobody seems to have seen anything. There's conflicting stories, as you pointed out, from his friends and people that saw him that day about who he was supposed to leave with. Did he want to stay back? All that. It's all hearsay. It's all secondhand. And so, there is a massive hole in the story. And that's why this has gotten national attention that it's gotten. As far as the markings on his head, I mean, I was told by some of the people who recovered the body that it was obvious he'd come in contact with marine life while he was in the water. I'm not sure if that's possible explanation of those markings. I'm just telling you what I thought, so experts can weigh in on it.
Brian, hold on. Joe Scott, I'm going to try to get a quick answer from you on that because it's valid. What Trasher just said is valid, because if his body had been attacked by marine life, fish, turtles, whatever, that would be all over the body. What we're talking about is deep reddening of tissue, subcutaneous tissue on the back of the head, unlike the rest of the body. So that is not the same as the decomp on the rest of the body. Why is it so hard for everybody to get? We've got a problem with the back of the head. It's marked unlike any other part of his body. And you said something very significant, Joe Scott Morgan, that the original medical examiner kept the throat for a reason. Did she keep the hand, the fingers, the toes? No, because they weren't probative. They didn't prove anything. The neck proved something. What? What did the neck prove? That's where I'm going. Help me.
Yeah, well, either to include or exclude any kind of trauma that could have impeded his ability to breathe. There's another part to this, Nancy, that I forgot to mention relative to the neck. We have what are called strap muscles that kind of lay over the center part of the neck. What do we look for there? Well, that's also where we.
Chat, this is very important right here because this is where he gets into a lot more detail with the whole neck and the state holding that part of the autopsy that they removed. So just keep watching.
We see hemorrhage relative to any kind of pressure that's applied there. You'll see those. The doctor doesn't mention anything about strap muscles because I think that those were probably retained as well. Now, back to the sea life. I'm from Louisiana. I can tell you what type of sea life would have affected his body. And if the body was right there on the shore, it would be crabs. And the reason I know that is because this is where they kind of feed, if you will. All right. So you don't hear any mention by the second medical examiner talking about any kind of degrading of the body as a result of contact with marine life that's feasting in a post-mortem state.
Hi, guys. Nancy Grace here. If you are a homeowner, you've probably thought, should I call American Financing to refinance and pay off this debt?
Accident. We don't know if it was a death. We just don't know.
Caitlin Becker, who called who that night? Did mom call the friends? Did the friends call the mom? How did mom end up looking for Nolan?
It seems like mom.
What happened?
I'm just trying to find where just give me a second, where the doctor or this guy, Mr. Morgan, says about the state. Because when he said that yesterday, I was like, oh, that's interesting.
I think you can only take certain people.
What's that?
I think you can only take like small amounts of certain people at a time.
Small amounts of certain.
Grace.
What do you mean, like body parts? Like you can only take certain?
No. Never mind. I was saying that you can't really watch a whole episode of Nancy Grace.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. That's a good point. That's a good point there, sweetheart. Okay, what else? What else do we have? Let me get out of here. There's some more stuff from Shanna. There is a panic. TMZ reported Nolan Well's friend panics during emergency call, says boat is sinking at Horn Island. So it's a 2-minute and 49-second video that we're going to play for you guys. In the meantime, I'm going to look for that video that shows the doctor saying about the state, because we're not going to put any what do they call it? Fake news or misinformation out there. So let me just share this. All right, everybody, enjoy this video real quick, and I will try and blow it up for you guys. Lower the volume a little bit.
Detail assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles.
What'd
Hello?
you say? Hey,
Yes. How far is the water coming up, sir?
it's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down now.
All right. Well, let's get you going. Membership number or phone number listed on the account, sir.
I don't know the phone number. It's either Jerry Atkerson. I think it's Jerry Atkerson. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership like guaranteed. I don't
All
have the
right.
tag
Unless
on
you
here.
have a
It got ripped
membership
off.
number or anything, it's okay. I'll get you over to the captain. What's the best phone number to reach you at?
Reach me at 2.
All right. And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's
How
on
many?
board.
All right. Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
What?
Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look.
If not, I can send you a text message.
North. All right, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm available.
North 30 degrees. By 4672.
All right. 4672. All right. And you were breaking up a little bit. Can you just repeat it one more time to make sure I have it correct?
Sorry, look. What
Hello.
do I
Can
need
you
to
hear
send you?
me?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, what?
Breaking up. If you need assistance, do you have a VHF radio?
No, we do not have the VHF radio.
All right. Well, let's try to get you going because you don't have good cell phone reception. Can you verify your coordinates one more time?
Okay, my coordinates are 30 degrees by 14.684 north, and then west by 88 degrees by 46.79.
Right. Looks like you're on Horn Island, correct? Are you
Yes,
on
we are
Horn
at Horn
Island?
Island. Yes.
All right. Is the boat sinking or you have it aground?
We were sinking, yes.
Is that all?
Yeah.
What is everybody's thoughts?
Does that look like? Does that sound like somebody who's okay? My first question: why would you not want the Coast Guard?
What are you hiding?
I
What you
mean,
got on a boat that you don't want anybody else to see? Or are you just intoxicated and operating a boat?
well,
You
I
don't want to
mean,
get a ticket.
okay. Well, at this point, if your boat is sinking, I
Right.
don't give a damn if I'm drunk. Ticket
Right.
me.
Right.
Give me a OVI or DUI, whatever. I don't care. But I'm gonna sound hysterical as hell and say, bring the Coast Guard, uh,
Yeah.
Superman, like you bring everyone. Like
Yeah. Very calm. Very
they
calm.
were just. He was just like very. See,
They're
but then
kids.
again,
Exactly. They're kids. They should be freaking out with the boat going
but then
down.
again, I mean, okay, I do get all that what you guys are saying in the chat, but also let's not forget everyone deals with trauma differently. Some people just start freaking the hell out and start screaming and jumping in the water or whatever. And then you have some people that are like, you know, very strong and they're like, we got this. Everyone stay calm. I'm talking to authorities now. You know, everybody don't panic because that's going to make the situation worse. So, like, you got to look at, you know, both scenarios here.
Yeah.
But what I do, I don't know.
We don't know unless we're in that situation.
I mean, I know I can swim, so I
Yeah.
would definitely swim, but I would be worried for everybody else. And
I knew I would be panicky and you would be able to hear it in my voice because the boat is effing going down. But the way he kind of talked to the operator,
But again, it seems sus. But again, you got to think of the situation that they're in that moment.
yeah, but
It's easy for us to say, and everyone
course.
in the chat to say, "Oh yeah, that's this, that, whatever." But until you're not in that situation, you have
That's
no
what I'm
idea.
saying. Yeah.
Because you could have tough guys that would be like, "Oh man, if that was me, I'd be helping everybody out." But they could be the biggest babies in the world.
But my thing though, with how he talked to the 911 operator, is
That
for
is
him
true,
to
Sweet Caroline.
kind of catch that little bit of attitude. Did y'all pick up on that?
Yeah, when he
Because
goes, "What?"
yeah. So is that how he is normally? And everything else is just, an act? Because he sounded like a little smartass. And I'm just saying, I'm a mama 3.
First off, okay, so that phone call that we just heard from TMZ, that call was placed to CTEL, not 911.
No, that's even more.
Yeah, you know what? Let me show for context so that you guys know. Now, again, this is what TMZ is reporting. So as you can see, the call, which was placed to CTEL, not 911, I thought it was a 911 call, begins with the dispatcher asking what the issue is. The boat operator says the boat is sinking and the pump isn't working.
And he has a membership. Correct. Yeah.
But it's just crazy how he didn't want the Coast Guard.
Could he have perhaps not heard or not understood her?
No, because he clearly says in the tape, don't.
Yeah, that's true. I was just trying to give a guy a little bit of a benefit of the doubt. Yeah, he has a membership, which may be why he called them, but still that makes, I don't know, that's more questions.
All right, here's another tape from Officer Tatum during his show. Let me play it. It's only 156. Chat, I know that we're throwing a lot at you guys, but this is all good. This is all good material.
Harriet Tubman was alive today, she would blow your brains out without any hesitation. Your brain matter will be all over the ground.
What the hell are you watching?
No bullshit.
Like that's him dog whistling or trying to allude to the fact that he wants me dead. He thinks somebody should kill me because in 2026, what Harriet Tubman and them sacrificed for us to have freedoms and for us to get along with each other, I expressed that, and he think I should be killed. Harriet Tubman would have killed me for being fair to people and not basing stuff based on race. Let it go.
You made $20 million since 2017.
I made $20 million
since 2017.
2017.
And never holding white people accountable. And then you're wondering why people are in your inbox saying the things they're saying to you. You did cried real tears when a Nazi got his neck blown off.
Whoa. Charlie's a Nazi.
A Nazi.
Nazi.
A Nazi. When a racist white person checks you, you do nothing, you say nothing. But when a black person says something you don't like, and I've seen an interview, you was willing to throw hands with them, but call black people violent. Make that make sense.
Liberty.
So you know what? As a black man, I'm gonna show you how violent we really can get, right? You know what I hope happens to you? I hope a group of racist, conservative, flag-waving, loving white people string you up on the biggest tree they could find. I hope they get the biggest pickup truck with the strongest chain, wrap it about your ankles, drive 30, 40 miles per hour on the dirtiest, rockiest road possible, and have your skin shredded to the white meat. That is what I hope happens to you. Genuinely, that is what I hope happens to you.
At first, I didn't understand why you were playing that, and then I got it.
Absolutely disgusting.
Mm-hmm. This is also from Shay.
Yeah, this is
Shanana.
all from
Shanana.
yeah. So apparently friends of the Wells family have been trying to get in touch with the mom,
Mm-hmm.
and she has not been answering.
And she's lied and said that at first she said that none of the other parents have tried to get in touch with her.
Now,
And then she tried to walk that back.
Now, this is the best friend, the one that, if you go on Officer Tatum's YouTube page, this is part one that he shows this, this little call log, I guess we'll call it, where he reached out at first at 11:07, didn't get in touch with the mom, but then he was able to, like seconds later, get in touch, and they had a 5-minute conversation. And then I believe if you watch the video of him a little bit longer, you'll see that he posts that then they had like a 21-minute conversation. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
Oh, that's a good point, sweet Caroline.
But if my son got murdered on an island or wherever, and I know that there was a group of people that were there,
Mm-hmm.
you best believe that I am going to be out there like Inspector Gadget and talking to all of them.
Every
And I would
single
be recording all the conversations that I have with them, just so that if I have to go then back later on that night or that 2 days later, 3 days later, to see if I can pick up any discrepancies based on whatever interviews or whatever the lawyers may be saying on their behalf. Later on, I have these conversations that I can go back to and say, well, on July 4th or 5th, this is not what they told me. Now they're saying something totally different. Now, just for clarity, for everyone that is watching, I want whatever happened to this beautiful child. I want to know what happened, and if this was indeed a murder, I don't care what color. I want the perp or the perps behind bars for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Like we're not here to divide races or anything like that. I just want everyone to know this right here, right now. I want if this was indeed a hate crime or whatever, we need to find out who did it and get to the bottom of this and put their asses away where they belong.
Yeah, he was only 18 years old with a whole life ahead of him.
And if you saw the one video that they were showing with Nancy Grace, you can tell that kid there was something sweet about him.
Yeah.
Like there was a sweet soul with that kid. And when I see stuff like that, I want the truth more than ever. I mean, we always want the truth, but we can't have another blunder like we've all been talking about with this whole Nancy Guthrie thing, where authorities are not talking to each other and this, that, and then you have, douchebag Nanos, doing what he's doing, who seems to be more worried about his Corvette than anything else and his image. No, I forget all that. Like, we need to get to the bottom of this and find out.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I can't imagine what those parents are going through, but I don't want to say anything negative about Crump because, we are trying to stay completely, in the middle. But I just kind of feel like he's setting the parents into a bad precedent. Like, I mean, people are going after them, but I mean, at the same time, there's been two times now that first it was the mom or the dad, one of them told a lie, and then the other one did. But they were saying that they hadn't had any of the other parents reach out, and that in fact was a lie. And then she tried to walk that back and said that like 2 or 3 or 4 of them did try to get in touch with her. And then that attorney, I don't know. I don't like that he jumped straight into the race card, like right off the gate. Like why does everything have to be about race all the time? Until we know that this was, because of his race. Why can't we just treat, it's a crime. Why can't it just be the crime? And let's investigate that. I don't know. It's pretty upsetting. And, a lot of people have even had death threats because of this case already.
And that's and why and who's at fault for that?
Yeah.
The legacy racist media. This is their narrative. This is what they're pushing. This is what they want because this is what's going to bring ratings.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So
waiting on you to spill the beans over there, Miss Thang.
Yeah. So breaking news, I missed last re-autopsy. We may not get the results of the autopsy for months.
And here's why. So now we're waiting.
Now we're just waiting. But yes, it's the narrative of the media that's pushing this crap to try and divide us. And we as a people, let's keep our emotions in check.
Mm-hmm.
Let's all, stay in prayer, pray for this family.
And keep your eyes open.
And just do your own research. Just whatever it is that yes, we can. Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely. You know what? As a matter of fact, I do have Tatum saying some more about the lawyer.
Okay. Last evening, Jackson County District Attorney Angel Myers stated that every death in the county that is not the result of natural causes or a non-criminal car wreck is presented to the grand jury, which is how Wells' case is being handled. Perfect.
So, Sweet Caroline says, why does it have to be a crime at all? How many people drown every year? That is true. But unfortunately, the problem that we have here is that the media, the legacy racist media from the beginning made it about race.
Mm-hmm.
And once that story got legs, everyone ran with it. And this is what we're stuck with. Now we're all, running around like chickens without heads, trying to decipher what is truth, what isn't, and this is what we have. This is why it's so important to just don't even watch that crap anymore, because you know what they're all about. They're all about division. And this is what they want.
Yeah. And it looks like it's going to be stretched out over months too, because I'm going to call her Shanae, because of the autopsy reports. It could be months. So, if Crump keeps talking, and the media keeps, putting what they want out there and the public out, it's just going to keep dividing people. So just keep your eyes open. I feel like so many people nowadays can't think for themselves, and they're not open to hearing other people out. They're just gung-ho on one thing, and then they stick to it, and you can't tell them anything else. They don't want to hear it. They don't believe it, and that's
we've become a 9-second, a 1-minute society.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we've become, and it's because of the likes. Like, look, I'm gonna keep speaking truth. It's because of the TikToks of the world. It's because of the Instagrams. It's those quick hits, those quick videos. You condition people when you do stuff like that. So
Thank
what
you so
happens?
much.
People then just start to read headlines and they see race may be involved. You know, like one quick little liners. They're not going to do their research.
Mm-mm.
They're not going to want to do their research on. They're just going to read that one little thing, or they're going to see that 9-second video or that 1-minute video, and they're going to run with it, and that's going to formulate their opinion in their mind. And no matter what, because there is a group of people in this world that even if you present the facts to their face, they will somehow turn it into a conspiracy theory, or that's not the truth. Where did you get that from? It's always something. It's always going to be something. Even when the facts are written right in front of their face, they will not believe it. This is why social media is bad. Does it have good elements? It absolutely does. I'm not saying that all social media is bad, but does it have a lot of bad? Absolutely it does. And it's responsible for a lot of stuff that should have never happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I was reading what she was saying. Yeah, social media can be it can be a weapon. I mean, it is. It's a weapon. And a lot of you have seen that or experienced that firsthand, how it can be a weapon. But that's why, you know, the few of us who try to keep speaking, you know, positivity and good, and if we keep, you know, just giving everybody just a little piece of our light, then, you know, maybe we can kind of turn things around a little bit. Possibly. Doubt it, but we can try. Because we know what we're doing. We're doing for the right reasons. And I appreciate you, sweet Caroline. Okay, did you want to play another video or something?
I have more of Officer Tatum saying that the family was caught in a massive lie.
Yeah, let's go for that.
Yet again, folks, this is why when you get the scumbag attorneys involved, yeah, I did say that, and I'm not taking it back, and I will never take it back. Once you get scumbag lawyers involved, it doesn't matter if it's a divorce, it doesn't matter if it's a civil lawsuit, it doesn't matter what lawsuit. When you get scumbag lawyers involved, it is always going to get dirty, nasty, and you're going to have all kinds of issues like this. Angel, Angel, he said, read my comment on the other stream.
We can see all the comments. It's all in one spot for us.
Yeah, it all comes. If you just want to just repost it, and it'll come up here, and we will definitely.
He's saying they will back burner this.
Yeah. All right. Let me. Let's see what he has to. It's 16 minutes, but I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'll just pick up on bits and pieces just to see where his head is. Again, this is all his opinion. We're just playing it. We have our own opinions on this. We want this to be solved correctly. And if this was indeed a crime, I want the persons found, and I want the full extent. We want the full extent of the law on them so that they never see daylight ever again. But if it isn't a crime, let the facts and the investigation play out, and we go from there.
Why didn't the boys contact the mom? Why didn't they contact police? Why didn't they contact authorities? Why did mama have to find out her kid was missing? Here's evidence that Warren was the first thing he did when he thought anything was afoot, when he was worried about Nolan not coming home, and he was doing his due diligence and calling and communicating with people trying to find out where Nolan's at. First person he called was who? Nolan's mother. Let me tell you guys something real quick. The stakes right now could not be higher. We finally have a president and an administration fighting for America first. But if conservatives get lazy, lose focus, and go to sleep behind the wheel, the same people who created this mess are waiting to get right back in the office and push. President Trump wants to get to.
Yeah, you know what? That's very good. Shanna, let me read what you just said because she basically said what I wanted to say, but when I talk, I'm sorry, I'm like a street kid. She she she, she puts it very eloquent, not me. I'm not eloquent at all. So she says it has some good elements speaking about social media. If you're not a follower, if you're not a group thinker, and you're capable of looking at things objectively, using discernment instead of simply following the crowd. And that's what I mean by the sheep analogy. That's what I mean by thinking on your own instead of believing the one liners in the headline or this 9-second society that we've become because of the likes of YouTube, Instagram. You can even put X on there because if you have nefarious thoughts, you can put out a video and try and twist minds that way as well. So you can put X because it's part of, as much as we love Elon and that he bought that people can still post crap on there as well to try and turn a narrative, try and steer something that is the truth to something that isn't the truth, and something that could be racist or something that could be this or hate crime or whatever. Like you can twist and turn anything you want because you're always going to have a group of people that no matter what you tell them, even if the facts are slapping them in the face, they will not believe it. And those are the people, if you see that in your group or whatever, run away from those people because that toxic nature that those people possess, that can then start to rub off on you, and you don't want that crap. Get rid of those people, unfollow, block, whatever. Get rid of all that crap. All right, I digress.
To the bottom of this, he really cared about Nolan Well's family. I'm telling you guys, they do not care. It's just a money grab. How do you know, Mr. Tatum? Well, then why, when we reached out to Benjamin Crump, that they didn't respond to us or they made some lame response after our 4th attempt to talk to him? Here's the email. This is the first time we reached out to Benjamin Crump. You can look at the email there, and you know exactly that we reached out to his team. We gave a generic media outreach where we put the information in there, say, hey, we would love to have an open dialogue. We value the conversation. Here's something that we want to know from his perspective what he has, and we wanted to deliver what we have to him. All right, we did that the first time. Here's the second time. 5 days later, here's the next one. What was that, a day after that?
Yep.
And then here's the fourth one.
Yeah, the fourth one is 5:30 in the morning, and it's basically saying, hey, that's still, you go to the next one. Yeah, this is the first response I received, which is basically, or no, this is the final response where they basically say.
Yeah, so the final response said, thank you for reaching out, interest in speaking with Benjamin Crump, right?
Yep.
So the thing is, we reached out to Benjamin Crump. We reached out to talk to Benjamin Crump. We didn't reach out to talk to the family. We only wanted to talk to Benjamin Crump. Put the thing back up there. And so as you can see on there, it says, at this time, the family is taking a break from media engagement as they continue to grieve and spend time together. Why are you talking about the family? I know they're taking a break. Benjamin Crump should be taking a break. He's the attorney.
Correct.
We only wanted to talk to him. They acknowledge the fact that you reached out and are interested in speaking with attorney Benjamin Crump, but says that the family is taking the time apart. It's just a lame excuse for them not to engage with us. And people are running their mouth about whether or not they want to know the truth or not. We reached out to them plenty of times. And then we have Christina Wells, Nolan Wells' mom. Now, I want to put this in perspective because people were saying, why didn't the boys contact the mom? Why didn't they contact police? Why didn't they contact authorities? Why did mama have to find out her kid was missing? Here's evidence that Warren was first thing he did when he thought anything was afoot, when he was worried about Nolan not coming home, and he was doing his due diligence and calling and communicating with people trying to find out where Nolan's at. First person he called was who? Nolan's mother. On July the 4th at 11 p.m., he called her the first time, or 11:07, he called her the first time, and she picked up the phone and hung up in his face. And I think she did it because she didn't know who he was. He calls back a second time, and he had a 5-minute conversation with her, as you can see right here on the call log. And then immediately, after telling his mom, hey, we don't know where Nolan's at. Have you heard from Nolan? Immediately afterwards, I think probably 2 minutes after.
Scroll to the next one. Yeah, 13. So literally after the 5-minute call, there was probably about a minute, give or take.
So about a minute or so after he had tried to communicate with Nolan's mom, who does he call? He called the Coast Guard. He called before Nolan's mother called, before any of the other friends, and I'm doing this in quotations, meaning that they are categorizing these people as his close friends. None of them called. None of them. I don't know if they didn't care or they just wasn't close enough to Nolan to notice that he wasn't coming to where they're supposed to be at. He called the Coast Guard right here.
It's also important to note that these are screen caps from Warren's phone sent to us directly.
Yeah, the screenshots from Warren's phone sent to us directly. We saw them live, and then we took the screenshots to show you guys so you know that. And we blurred the numbers out because we don't want to put people's numbers out there online. But these are the actual phone call records. And then here is aerial view. People were saying this was a secluded island. Benjamin Crump them came out and act like this was, and I know for a fact, all of you guys that are listening, I know when you first heard this, I know you were thinking the same thing I was thinking. I thought they went out to a secluded island.
Yep.
He said he went out with white boys, his 4 friends or so, and he didn't come home. And somehow there was a girl that seen him, and as if it was, I don't know, 10, 15 people at this island or less.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this video. This was sent to us by a pilot who rode over the island and took a picture and captured it.
See, this is what I was talking about earlier, chat. Look at all those boats. So the racist legacy media tried portraying this as a race issue, which that may very well be. I mean, we cannot exclude anything at this point because the full investigation has not been completed yet. But the media was pushing a narrative and made it seem, just like Officer Tatum said, that this was such a small little group, and all of a sudden this poor little kid just never came home, but everybody else did. If you look at that picture right there, look at all those boats at the time that all this was going on. I mean, on the north end, look, these are all boats. And then not only that, and then on the south side, you have all these other boats, but then you have all these other boats here that are leaving the island. That's not 5-10 people. There's what, maybe there could have been 1,000 people on this island that day.
I heard a couple hundred, but could be.
I mean, look at all those boats. And all those boats have 5, 6, 7 people maybe.
But
8
nobody
people.
saw anything.
And nobody saw anything.
Yeah.
Every little dot that you see on the screen, which there has to be hundreds of boats on the top side, which is the northern side of Horn Island. And then there's probably about 30, 40 boats on the south side of Horn Island. And then all the streaking that you see inside of this picture, which could be another 40 boats or so, or maybe a little less than that. I mean, it could be like 20, 30 boats, are all boats that are coming and going from the island. You think thousands of people are there, hundreds of boats, saturated with people coming and going from the island. And so therefore, when you see Nolan and the friends say, you know, people are coming and going. If you want to go and come, you can come with somebody, go back with another person. So you see the traffic of how many people are coming and going from this island. Nolan clearly could have went with somebody if he did not go with the people he came on the boat with.
Something that's important to note as well is you said, you know, the narrative is this is a remote island, like, you know, in the middle of the ocean, very small. It is about 10 to 12 miles long.
Yeah.
And you can see it from shore. Like you can visit without binoculars, you can see the island.
Yeah. Where we were staying, we went to Mississippi, we could see it in the distance.
Yep.
You can see about 7, 8 miles out. We were a lot closer to the island than they were when they docked and came in. Here's another item of evidence that I think is important for us to debunk, and that is this photo right here. People are still using the photo. Some nut job on Instagram the other day, and I don't know why people still follow these people because they're liars and they're evil. Because Nolan, or not Nolan, but Warren was on my podcast and said, hey, I was the guy that had my arm around Nolan in this picture.
Just so you guys know, just for context, it's right here. That's the two of them right there. If you guys can see that. Okay. So that's what Officer Tatum is talking about.
Picture, which tells you that how close friends they were.
Yep.
This is a week before at an event, and Nolan is out there with all his white friends. And they were saying, oh, this was the day of. Benjamin Crump pushed that this was the day of.
Yes.
And here's a screenshot of the actual incident, timestamped by the guy who actually took the photo. And what does it say? June the 27th.
At 11:58 p.m.
Debunks the idea that this is somehow associated with the day he was killed or he died in a drowning or whatever happened to Nolan.
And the other thing that's important, obviously we have the timestamp, but also too, a lot of people were saying, oh, the USA in the guy's chest hair. We talked, Nick and I actually sat with Warren at dinner and we brought that USA chest hair stuff up. And based on what Warren said, which is they were so excited for the 4th of July, he preemptively did it as, he's just excited. So people who say that that's, clearly on the 4th of July, no, they were enthusiastic about this event for weeks.
They had made mention that they had been excited about this from last year,
yes,
July the 5th.
Yep.
Meaning that the day after July the 4th, because they all went to the island last year together.
Yes.
But nobody's talking about that. All of a sudden, they went and killed him this year, but last year, they all went to the island. Nobody mentioned it.
Before we get into the Christine stuff that we're going to talk about, we were going to present some text messages from the Katie that, everyone's talking about, who was with Nolan, who was, people say may potentially last seen. We don't know. That's alleged. But we were going to show these text messages, but we decided what, Brandon?
Well, we wanted to talk to Katie first.
Yes.
Because in due diligence, we spoke to all the other kids that were involved in this allegedly. And we actually had a sit-down interview with Warren and Tristan. And therefore, we feel very comfortable sharing the messages and stuff they gave us because we actually talked to them and got the context around it. And so we have the text messages from Katie, and I could give you a synopsis, but I didn't want to put it on the screen because I didn't want anybody taking her out of context or anything of that nature. If Katie wants to come forward and talk to us about it, we'll treat her with the same level of respect and dignity as everybody else. And then we'll present those at the time as evidence. We do have the text. I will tell you what the text say, in a synopsis, but I don't want to put her text and stuff out there without talking to her first and giving her the opportunity to present as much context as she needs. And because I think it's not going to be as thorough if we just put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
And she may have tons more information about it. So Katie, if you're watching this, anybody that know Katie, we will treat you with the same level of respect and dignity as we did everybody else. Be cognizant of interviewing you. And if you have a lawyer or something, we'll consult and do everything to make sure that we protect you and protect anybody that you may mention so nobody gets sued and none of the other stuff. So, Katie, you can reach out to us at tips@theofficertatum.com, tips@theofficertatum.com. I think we got a phone number or something like that. You can text us on our phone line, 480-788-1858.
Perfect.
All right, let's get to
Christine said that no one had reached out to her from the boys or the family.
That's right. Christine, which is Nolan's mother, said, and we got evidence of her saying this.
Yes.
She said, and this is the part that bothers me because I don't know if she intentionally did this in a malicious way, which will make me lose a tremendous amount of respect for her, or are these hood.
And I'm just going to say something as well. It may not be popular, but I don't give a shit. Again, I'm very blunt, and I'm going to say what's on my heart and what's on my sleeves. And
Say it, baby.
Keep it 1,000, and I keep it 1,000 all the time. Whenever you see this clown involved, that's right. I'm talking about Sharpton. Whenever this clown is involved in anything, I'm letting you all know, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of you already know this, but it turns into a freaking clown show. This guy is nothing but a clown. He's not even he doesn't even have he didn't even do what he had to do to get his reverend title. As a matter of fact, Sharpton, have you figured out your IRS issues that you've had in the past?
Yeah. Facts.
I mean, hey, look, I'm speaking truth and I don't give a damn. I'm good. I'm solid. The truth will always set me free. I do not care anymore. I'm going to say what needs to be said. Whenever this guy gets involved, it is a freaking clown show. There is absolutely no reason why. This guy is a cloud whore. That's what he is. He's a cloud whore. He looks for any situation that he can to get his face on there so that he can make money off of it, because that's all that he's about. He doesn't give a damn about this family.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He's a
just wants to
cloud
spread more
chaser.
shit.
He's a grifter, what they say nowadays, the young folks. It's disgusting. Whenever I see this clown on, it just turns into a circus. Just
Yeah.
get your popcorn ready, folks, because you know a whole bunch of bullshit's going to start coming out of his mouth.
You tell it, baby.
You did. Oh, shit. Now it's not working. Did YouTube shut me down?
No.
It's not working.
Christine, which is Nolan's mother, said, and we got evidence of her saying this.
Yes.
She said, and this is the part that bothers me, because I don't know if she intentionally did this in a malicious way, which will make me lose a tremendous amount of respect for her, or are these hood knuckle dragging thugs who are siphoning money out the black community, leveraging young brothers' deaths, convinced her to say this.
See what I mean?
In order to push a narrative. Let me show you why I say this. And I'm not saying which one is right, but this is why our question is. Roll the clip.
We've heard different accounts of how long he's known them. And I was wondering also if you folks have spoken to those families since they lawyered up.
High school friends.
Is when we come down.
Yeah. Say that second part again. Have they talked to the families? No. I haven't spoken. Last question. They haven't spoken to the family.
Thanks so much for having us. I want to speak to the
That's it. So she gets on there and she says they haven't spoken to the family or did anything like that, alluding to the fact that as if the family haven't tried to communicate with her since you lowered up, meaning that they lowered up and they haven't heard any contact from the family. Well, here is Ashley Cole, the stepmama who's a judge is what they say, and she's a family law judge. She's not even a criminal judge. So, they want to make her out to be like she's going to interfere with the case. She don't have no leverage to interfere with the case, to be quite honest. But anyway, this is her, and we got this leaked to us, and so we have this information available. As you can see it, this has been verified. I saw it with my own eyes, and this is a message from Ashley Cole to Nolan's mother. And it says, Christine, this is Ashley Cole. If or when you ever want to talk to me, this is my number. This was on July the 7th.
Correct.
Now, the question is, if you want to know what happened to your son and you think that his friends are responsible, had any involvement, it would be conducive for you to say, let me talk to their mama and see what they're talking about. Because she is offering to communicate, even though they have lawyers. Yes. And the thing is, the boys didn't lawyer up immediately. Warren had a lawyer before anybody else, but the rest of the boys did an interview, equivalent of a polygraph test, all with no lawyers. So they act like they all lawyered up. That's not what happened. And then, even if they lawyered up, the mom said, come talk to me.
Yes.
And what did she do? She don't say anything. And then she had to make a correction.
Yes.
A few days later, roll it.
But the parents, again, they've offered, and I need to correct myself because I think yesterday in one of the interviews, I think I said that maybe none of them, I want to say 2 or 3 of them have reached out. Just the first one expressing her condolences, another one just saying, hey, give me a call if and when you're ready, type of deal. And then another one just, sorry for your loss, but hey, we need to talk, type of thing. And you know what?
Again, chat and everybody that's watching, why go on CNN of all places?
Fake news. Fake news. Babe,
Think about that.
Yeah, I'm sending you a couple more things. Do I need to send them to you through text or
You send it through X, about the case.
about the case? Yeah.
Yeah. Send it through X.
Okay.
Uh,
Shanae.
One of the first things. Oh, she's sending more stuff. Oh my goodness! Like this. Like yo, chat. I'm telling you something right now. Do not piss off Shanana.
Yeah. Don't ever be mean to her either, because
Don't
I
be
will
mean to that one.
fuck
I
you
mean,
up.
y'all better, like, you had your warning. Like that woman, she will undress you with facts, and she will
Oh.
find things out. So be very nice to our Shanana. Like
Yes.
she is top notch. Like investigative material, woman,
Besties.
bestie, all that good stuff. Like
Okay, there's
she gets a
one.
pass with me all the time. But my thing, chat, is why go on CNN of all places? Why? We all know that CNN is one of the most corrupt, lying news outlets out there.
Fake news.
You've seen everything that they've tried doing to our president and other people. Like, I mean, come on now. Like this is all by design. All this is all by design to push or to keep poking at a narrative. For crying out loud, I'm not taking any sides. We are not taking any sides. We just want the
Mm-mm.
we want justice for this beautiful kid.
Yes.
And it breaks my heart that this kid lost his life. Because like I said, if you look at so many videos of this kid, I mean, I wish I was friends with this kid. Because I know that a kid like that, you could see the light shining off this kid.
Yeah, you can.
That's who I want in my life. It's
Mhm.
people like him that I want in my freaking life.
Yes, Liberty. I don't know if you caught closer to the beginning or not, but he was
That
going off about Obama.
we don't care, like, if you're independent. We accept all of you. We love and we respect all of you for what your beliefs are.
Mhm.
I'm not one to judge anyone.
Not at all. You can be a Democrat, and as long
I
as
li-
you're a nice one and you're not trying to come at us disrespectfully, you know, we can
Yeah,
all
all
agree
of
to
you,
disagree.
exactly. And here's the one thing that I live by this code every single day. This is why I'm not judgmental. And this is why I keep my mouth shut on a lot of things. Do I question things? Absolutely, I do question things. Because it is my God-given right to question. And I'm gonna do it. And if people want to call me a racist because I'm questioning shit, oh well, I got thick skin. So many people don't know a lot about me and what I'm capable of and who I am as a person. I have thick skin like a walrus. There's nothing that you can do to destroy me. There is nothing. If you don't pay my bills, you don't go to the gym for me, you don't take care of all the freaking things that I take care of. You weren't there for me when I went through all the struggles that I went through in my life that got me to where I am now, that's got me to what the car that I'm driving today, the things that I've overcome, and everything that I'm going to continue to keep overcoming and continue to keep creating. Like, if you're not doing any of that stuff for me, the things that negative stuff that you say about me doesn't affect me in the least. I'm not going to lose any sleep. I'm not even going to give you a thought.
That
But
dirt
we
is
do
coming out.
respect every single one of you when you present yourself in a way that is pleasing, in a respectable manner. So we don't judge, because I live by this simple code. He that is without sin cast the first stone. I swear I will wait an entire eternity waiting for someone to cast the first stone, because we were all sinners. We all have faults. We have all far from the grace of God. Every single one of us. So we don't judge anyone on here. We question narratives. We question, we're going to question everything that we see. If it's justified. If it isn't justified and there's a lot of truth backing it up, I'm going to go with it. And I'm going to say, no, that seems legit. Like, no, there is nothing to question. But when you have a lot of shit like this, where the family's going on CNN, I'm going to question it. And that doesn't make me a racist.
Mm-mm. No, not at all, babe. And yes, I guess I'm snuggling a walrus.
But
What?
it hasn't. I mean, are we at a week? Like my brain is mush. We're all over the place emotionally. This has been a difficult situation. Like I cannot express how hard this has been on not just us as parents, but also his siblings.
But they got bald head milk dud down there that can communicate. Why don't they have them talk to their lawyer? Why don't they communicate that? So you're telling me this is the part that make me mad, and this is why I question them sometimes, that this is another money grab situation. If my son was killed or dead,
sure,
and these are the last boys that's with him, they clearly are friends.
Yeah,
the parents don't seem to be hiding anything because they're trying to reach out.
Right.
They gave condolence and they saying, let's talk. One parent said, we need to talk.
Yes.
What do you want to talk to me about? Well, you may know what happened to my son. So let me talk to you and see what you got. But no, I don't want to talk to them.
Well, also too, you would do your due diligence as a parent to turn over every stone possible.
Let me talk to these people and see what they got to say. Because if they coming forward to me, I ain't got to chase them down.
Yeah.
Then maybe they got something I don't know.
Yeah. And
maybe
also,
they're willing to share some text or share some video or give me some context, because they're out here right now saying, we don't know what happened. The boys, he left with the white boys and then came back dead. And, I don't know what happened. It's like, ma'am, are you saying a couple days ago parents have been reaching out to you?
Right.
Why would they reach out to you? They kill your son.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't, if you were hiding something, the last...
Man, if I killed somebody, I'm going to get a lawyer and you ain't going to hear from me.
Gone.
But these kids didn't even have lawyers and their parents are reaching out.
Yep.
All right.
Officer Tatum, he's awesome. I love him.
I like him.
All right, let me share what you just got from our Shanana.
Shanana. She's so sweet too, and so encouraging.
Shanana, that is a dignified name. Like, that is special. Like, I want you to know that when I dignified your name, that was something special.
Yes.
That was like my thank you.
And welcoming you to the family.
Yeah, from us to you. So where that we should get like the chain dog tag thing. It says Shanana on there, just busting out of our chest, like that.
Matching. Blah, I can't even speak. Matching shirts.
Chains, yeah.
Just
Shanana.
Yes.
All right, let me take a look. You said okay, so there's a. Okay, you want me to play the video showing all these boats? Then you sent a message too. You don't want me to show the message, do you?
No. I sent that to you from her screenshot because she's sweet.
You know what? It's the link. Let me.
Oh my God, stop, Crystal. Did I sound like you? I can't stop. You're sweet.
What she said, that she doesn't like us?
No, she said, oh my God, stop, Crystal.
It's not her, it's me. It's my big mouth.
I'm still laughing about Milk Dud. I mean, that's the new celery for me.
Yeah.
I'll be laughing about that one later.
Let me play this video.
Ouch. And if you know, you know.
It's only 3 seconds, but it's worth noting for context and truth. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, sweet Caroline.
And we love everybody in the chat too.
You are sweet. You're my sweet friend.
All right. So you know how the media was pushing out this narrative that there wasn't a lot of people. Well, Videos don't lie, folks.
Yep.
That looks like more than just 15 people or 5 people or 7 people
Or a small group.
or a small little group. That looks like a hell of a lot of people to me.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody in the chat did say earlier today that the island has no trees, like the terrain,
Yes.
because that does play a big part in this, as far as like someone being able to see if there was any foul play. I mean,
That-
when you're open like this, you
Yeah.
know that not everyone on this island left at the same time, too.
Who was that said that?
I can't remember, but it was a great point. And that
Yeah.
I need to do a better job at
Oh, it was Young Love.
Young Love.
Yeah,
Okay.
Young Love said that.
Yeah. Which is a great point. And
Yeah, that
yes,
water
it does look
shit.
nasty.
I
But
would.
so, for new folks that are joining and just are coming on here to see, what's going on and what this show is all about. Yes, we are talking about Nolan Wells. From the onslaught, the legacy racist lying media said that this was a small group of white dudes or white friends or white people with Nolan Wells.
Yeah. Trying to
And
make it
that's
sound
it.
like
And it was supposedly on a secluded island that no one ever goes to and stuff like that. This video and the video that Officer Tatum showed before with an airplane that was flying over it that showed hundreds of boats there, you can see that this was indeed nothing of what the media has portrayed. And yes, you are right, Shanna. This is a small part of the island that's being shown.
Yeah.
If you go on Officer Tatum's, give him some love, show him some love, because he's taking a lot of heat because of this. Go on his first video, I believe it is, where he shows an airplane that's flying over the island that shows hundreds of boats on the north side and the south side.
Yes.
And there's like 1,000 people on this island.
Yes, please share it out. Please share our live out, and don't forget to hit the like. Thank
Yeah, Sweet Caroline, it's 10 miles. Even the one guy even said that it was I guess it's a co-host of Officer Tatum that said that the island's like 12 miles long. So, and like we were just talking now, sweetheart, like not everyone on that island left at the same time.
No.
You know that people stayed behind and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like
Somebody had to have seen something or heard
Yeah.
something.
or something. And that's all. And we just want the truth. That's all that
Yeah.
we want. We're not looking at this through the lens of race or nothing.
Yeah.
Because if this was anybody else, I would be my rant and my raging earlier in the show. I would have done the same thing because again, the legacy line media pushed the narrative
Yeah.
that set a lot of this off to where we are today, and they're loving it.
They're not giving a shit. They're not
They
caring.
don't care. They don't care. They don't care because it's like I said earlier today. It's not one of their family members. It's not somebody that they love. So what do they?
Mhm.
They're just pushing out something and hoping that they get ratings and money for it.
And this is
All
why
it comes back
independent
to money.
journalists are doing or taking over.
Yeah.
They're taking over.
Did you send me something else, sweetheart?
I did. I sent you another video, babe.
Let me see. Let me get out of here. How do I get out of here? What just
I should have. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. It's a link.
Is this the one with the reporter?
No, it's another. I don't know.
A developing story. She's wearing
Yeah,
all
yeah,
pink.
yeah.
Oh, and you know what? I do want to give props to Nancy Grace. Nancy, if you watch this show, I just want to say that that color green, look very good on you. I like it.
Suck up.
I mean, hey,
Hey, I'm calling it like it is, just like you are.
hey, babe, I'm not going to try and convince you otherwise. I said it publicly. All right, let's get
He
this
knows that.
video is only 3 minutes and 22 seconds. So we'll watch this. Damn, look at me.
Mm-hmm. Doing
StreamYard.
great.
I'm doing like bang,
Doing
bang,
great.
bang.
Yes, you are.
Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. Let's hit play. All right, chat. Here you go.
Into the Nolan Wells case. Good evening. I'm Gina Swanson. The district attorney leading the case is asking all agencies to refrain from speaking publicly about the case. All this comes after an independent autopsy report on Nolan's cause of death is inconclusive, and that's mainly because certain parts of his body could not be examined by the second medical examiner. WDSU reporter Chantel Davis has been on the case since it broke. She is now live. And Chantel, you spoke with some legal experts about the case. What are they saying?
Yes, Gina. So while the community desperately waits to learn what happened to Nolan Wells, I did speak with a legal expert, and he tells me the DA's move may prolong that waiting period for those of us to learn those answers. But he said what she did is not uncommon.
If we sacrifice the integrity of the process in effort to satisfy today's questions, we risk undermining the confidence in tomorrow's answers.
Breaking her silence, Jackson County District Attorney Angel McElrath releasing a video Thursday urging patience as her office works through the details and evidence discovered in the Nolan Wells death investigation.
In Mississippi, the rules of professional conduct restrict the information a prosecutor can release during an investigation.
The DA is now choosing to seal evidence in the case until it's presented to the grand jury. However, she did not clarify if this includes the original autopsy results. So I made another call to her office. Yes, I called 2 days ago and you took my name and number, but I still have not received a call back. So today, after reviewing the district attorney's video, she didn't clarify this. Will the original autopsy results be sealed along with the rest of the evidence that will be presented to the grand jury? The receptionist on the other end promised to pass along my message, but I reached out to legal expert Dan Friel to help me understand the district attorney's decision.
I think the more information that's revealed publicly about a high-profile case, the higher the likelihood is you're going to compromise the grand jury or compromise an ultimate trial jury.
It's also important to note police have not named a suspect or person of interest in this case. Friel said this means the district attorney is going to present the evidence to the grand jury so they can determine if there's probable cause to believe a crime took place.
It's not clear-cut what happened. If it were, then you would probably have had an arrest the next morning or immediately after finding the body of Mr. Wells. So unfortunately, we just don't know enough to know what we don't know until this grand jury has concluded its investigation, until the district attorney makes a finding from that.
Now, Nolan Wells' family continue to ask the same question: what happened to Nolan? And police say that witnesses have come forward. We're also still waiting for those original autopsy results, especially since that independent autopsy result could not produce the results that we were looking for because the pathologist could not examine all of Nolan's neck. But right now, we still do not know when those original results will be produced to us. I am reporting live. Chantel Davis, WDSU News.
All right, like we mentioned, Chantel has been on top of this story since it first broke right after the 4th of July. You can read the latest on Nolan Wells' death.
Do you think Crump and Sharpton are fueling Nolan's parents?
Absolutely, 100% they are.
Yeah, I thought so too. But I mean, I thought that's what you would think. But
Yeah, I mean,
answer for you.
Yeah, you guys already know my thoughts on Sharpton.
I just didn't want to answer for you.
Let me just double check to make sure that I got all your videos and everything on
Yeah,
X.
if you want to send anything else, go for it.
I think I got everything.
Okay, yeah, I think you did too. I think you did too. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to bring that up because I mentioned it in the chat. Yeah, none of his white friends were able to attend the funeral, which is really heartbreaking because they weren't able to grieve. They're still not able to grieve fully. So just say a little extra prayer for those boys tonight. Because I mean that has to be very difficult.
And I think we also on this show we should. I'm gonna pray openly
Yeah,
for his
I was
family
thinking that earlier.
and for Nolan. It is Bid. You are right. It is sad all around.
Yeah, it is.
And again, I mean, we're going to stay neutral on this, but there are certain things that I'm just going to pop off on with things that I know are the truth, like with Sharpton being a race hustler and things of that nature, because it is a truth. I stand by what I said earlier today that all my white brothers and sisters, y'all don't owe anyone an apology. I better never hear you ever apologize on social media because I will unfollow you. I'll block you because that's ridiculous. That's just more bullshit media stuff that they're trying to push. And I'm not even white. And that's the crazy thing is that I'm telling you guys this and I'm going to defend it. And I stand by my thoughts on this. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about? You want to shut it down now or?
Yeah, we can. We're just going to keep following this case and bring you the information that, that we can. And we'll probably try to get a couple people on.
Yes, next show we're definitely going to get more people that have done. We got to get Shanna on here too. Like
I know, but she's super.
I know that she's always busy, but she's got to be able to pick, like, give us at least a half hour, please.
Yeah,
just a half hour. You don't have to come on the entire show. Just give us like a half hour. Talk
I'll settle for 10 minutes.
Well, I'll shut the hell up. Like, I'll shut the hell up the entire time that you're on the show. Just come on, say everything that you got to say, and then boom, you can bounce right afterwards.
Yeah. And Voices of Evidence is wanting to come on.
Yes, we will work on getting you booked right away. So we'll definitely get you on very, very, very soon because we love having guests on.
Yes.
We love reading the chat. We love the chat. We love everybody that's watching and supporting us and what we're trying to do here.
We're also fine with it just being us too. Like,
yeah,
I don't want y'all to think that we have to have somebody on with us.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier today as well, that there are going to be many shows that we're just going to be flying solo and just giving our opinions because when we have guests on, typically sometimes things can get drowned out and things of that nature, but we're going to make sure that everyone's voice is heard. We want to give everyone equal opportunity and we want to have as many people on as possible while we continue to grow this. And getting the truth out. That's all that we want to do is just get the truth out. And we want justice for Nolan. And in closing, we don't want this to come off that we're looking at this through race-colored lenses because I could give two shits about that.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of y'all know my.
In fact, I'm an equal opportunity offender. Like, I will offend. I don't care who it is. If you're in the wrong and I think that you did something egregious, I don't care what color you are. I don't care what religion. I don't give a damn about none of that stuff. I'm going to say something about it. Like, I believe in, making sure that you keep everything balanced, but we just want to just be neutral on a lot of things and just present what we know and show videos and and all that stuff so that everyone can then formulate their own opinions. We're not
Yep.
here to tell you guys how to think, what to think, where to look. No, you do your own research.
Yes.
You do you, girls and guys.
Yeah.
We're just
And
going to present what we're going to present and just state our opinion on things that we see.
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep cutting
I'm
you off.
sorry. I've cut you off so many times today.
No, I'm actually trying to prevent myself from going into another rage.
Oh, no, no,
Like
no.
I got to save that energy for, another
Yeah,
time.
you do. And we also want to make sure that we keep, our focus on spreading positivity and giving people a voice on our platform, and just, keep embracing each other, share the positivity, share the light. It's just keep being kind. Just be kind to one another. It all starts there. Give a stranger a smile. Do something nice for somebody. Just keep on with that. And with that said, Monday, as a reminder, we will have Brady on for our sobriety chat. He'll be sharing his story. I'll be sharing mine. It's definitely going to be one to tune in for. And then Tuesday, we have Young Love. And many of you have reached out. Y'all love him. Y'all wanted him to have a platform because we said we are willing to help others. And also, if you have a channel that you would like to drop the link for, go ahead and feel free to do so we can try to build each other up. And if I'm not already subscribed to you, I will sub after the show. I know you're excited, Liberty. I know.
We're all about networking here. We want to grow a huge network of like-minded, great people who come with kindness in their heart, and just build from that, because I truly believe in networking.
We can help more people. The bigger we become, the more people.
Chat, let me tell you why networking is so important for me, and then we'll close with a prayer. I know someone, not personally, but I heard their story, where they never networked before. Okay. They were always the kind of person where they kept to themselves, stayed within themselves. They had their little circle, their tight circle. He kept it there. But the guy had so many amazing ideas. But his problem was that he didn't know how to go about growing his ideas to something bigger, something that can impact lives. Well, let me tell you, when he turned to networking, he started reaching out to a whole bunch of people. And this is key. All it took was one person, when he started to network, that saw his idea, took him up on the idea, actually flew him out to where he was, because little did he know that this one person was like a multi-millionaire, loved his idea to where now this guy is living a good life. So you never know what idea you guys may have, that by growing this network with us, which is what we want to do, because we want to lift as many lives as we can. You never know, within our network that we're building, all it could take is that one person that can bring your dreams to reality. And if that happens, genuinely, you have no idea, because me and Crystal talk about this so much. We are going to be so happy for you and cheer you on. And we don't want nothing in return. Like, we just genuinely are decent people trying to live this thing called life as best as we can. Does that mean that we're going to falter at times? Absolutely, because we're human. That happens. Nobody's perfect. There was only one perfect person in the history of mankind, and his name is Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And other than that, there hasn't been another perfect person. But we're all a lot of us are striving for that goal, to be better, to make our families prosper better, lift up our families, our children, things of all that nature. Like, this is what we're trying to do here with this show. We want to prop you guys up. We want to build you guys up, and we have good intentions to do this.
Yeah.
So
And we have hearts. Our hearts are in the right place.
Exactly.
Y'all see why I'm just with this guy. He's amazing.
I'm just a squirrel just trying to find a nut. That's all.
Will.
I'm just a squirrel trying to find a nut in this thing called life. All right, with that, sweetheart, anything else you said about the show?
I love you guys. And
Love you guys. And let's all finish this in a short little prayer for Nolan and his family, and that the right thing is done in this. So, Heavenly Father, we just want to thank you for this gathering. You say, Lord Jesus, that where two or more gather, that you will be here with us. And Father God, we just lift Nolan up to you, and we just ask, Father, that you just bless his soul. And we pray that he's with you in peace and in harmony for all of eternity. And Father God, I just humbly just come to you and just ask that you just put your beautiful and loving hand on his family, his mom, his dad. And I just pray, Father, that you just guide their hearts and guide their tongues, and that they find refuge in you, Father God. And we just ask that you give them the strength that they're going to need during this tough time, including Nancy Guthrie's family, Father. We lift her up to you as well. She's been missing for almost 6 months, and that whole circus that's going on over there in Tucson. And, the truth hasn't been revealed. But Father God, we know, because you say in the word that, the truth will come out, and you will shine a light on everything that has been laying in darkness. And we just ask, Father God, that in both these cases and just things moving forward, that you always keep shining a light on everything, and that you just give us the strength to be able to keep these beautiful people's names alive and out there, so that we can all do our work and just present the truth and just bring something that can solve whatever case, Father, for your glory and for your honor, because we ultimately, at the end of the day, just need to realize that this is all for your glory, Father God. And we just thank you for this gathering. We thank you, Father God, for our chat and for all of these wonderful people that are watching the show, have been watching the show. Father God, I just ask that you bless each and every one of them and their families, and that you bless them with your love and your grace and your warmth, and that everything that their hearts desire, Father God, I just pray that you bring that to fruition, because you know their hearts, and if their hearts are in the right place, that they deserve to live peacefully and happy. And we just thank you for the blessing that you're going to bestow on this show, Father God. I just pray that moving forward, every show just gives you all the glory and the honor. And we just thank you for everything that you have given us, everything that you will continue to give us. And we just thank you. We love you. And we pray for all these things in Jesus' mighty and holy name. We all pray and we say amen.
Amen.
All right, chat. Thank you, everybody who's watching. Thank you. Stay tuned for Monday and Tuesday. We're going to have some banging shows, and we're going to have some more moving forward. We love you, chat. We love everything that you bring.
We love you too.
We're going to constantly keep reading your chats, and we're going to make every single one of you known by name and by what you say, because I believe that the chat is just as important as everybody else watching. So with that being said, do I just hit this red button right here? Because it's been looking at me and it just looks so juicy. I just want to hit it. Will that end? Or do I hit the big juicy red button that says end stream?
You do, baby.
So I hit
Bye,
the end
everyone. Yes.
first.
Bye, everybody.
All right, bye everybody. Love
That's
you
gonna
guys.
end everything. Headed to a crime scene or something in Tucson, guys. Oh, that's what she was talking to me about. If we wanted to restream, I guess 857. See what's going on. Do you want to do it on our channel instead of saying bye? It's up to you.
Wait, what are we doing now?
Type in 857 and share screen of his live.
Oh, we could do that.
Okay, never mind. We're still here. Look at that.
I mean,
we're not going anywhere.
Let me close all these windows. Holy moly. Chat, what the hell? Just all these windows, chat.
And Shanna, that was very sweet of you, sweetheart. You're the best.
Suspicious death in
Yes.
Pima
He's driving
County?
somewhere. Yeah. And then just share screen. But before that,
large.
Where is it? Shanna also said, in Jesus' name, amen. God bless Crystal and Disturbed's journey. May they be done in their lives. Amen. That's very sweet.
That was very sweet. Thank you so much for those kind words. If you guys are fans of 857, we're going to stream. What is it called? Restream? Is that the lingo?
Basically, we're just sharing his stream. We're not really restreaming because we're not live with them. But yeah, bid false alarm. We're still here.
Wait,
damn it!
What's going on with his stream? See, the cellular networks. The cellular. Is it refreshing on your end?
Yes, it is.
Okay, because it's nothing.
Let me check it out on my.
Yeah, can you check and see if he keeps freezing?
Yeah, he probably is, because there's a lot of dead zones.
Yeah, and I have noticed that.
Wally and Peach.
Oh, that's funny, Wally. Do I look like a Wally?
No, but you said you have skin like a walrus. Baby.
Oh yeah. That's because here's a fun fact. I learned this because I used to watch National Geographic for so many years, like Animal Planet.
Still
and stuff,
do. We watch it
still
together.
do. Walruses have. This is the reason why polar bears don't attack full-size walruses, because their skin, their like blubber or whatever you call it, it's 4 inches thick. So when I use that analogy, it's because if somebody says something, Disturb is, whatever, like it just bounces off. Like I feel nothing. Like it affects me in no way whatsoever. So, and that's why if you look, polar bears typically tend to attack only the younger ones, like the younger walruses, like the babies and stuff.
You might need to go out and come back in, baby, because he's not freezing.
He's not freezing. All right, let me.
See, there it goes.
Okay, so I do need to leave this stuff on the side. All right, let's.
I don't know how you would. Yeah, there you go. You got it.
Sheriff Nanos could have all the pulled down, and like I said, already to lunch. We don't know what's going to be the scene. We don't know when she was discovered, when it happened, but the story did come through this morning. Thank you for anyone becoming a member. And looking forward to JLR coming out to Tucson, Arizona coming up, I think, this week. So stay tuned for that. maybe we'll get a break when he comes out. Maybe the big break will come that we've all been waiting for.
That would be sweet, but I doubt it.
Wally the Walrus.
Wally and Pete.
Welcome in. Welcome. So a
Sitting
little
in a
summary.
tree.
People just getting here. 65-year-old woman, which is rare to find, right? I mean, obviously, medical things could be somewhat normal, even though it's still young age. But this was labeled as a suspicious death. So I'm hoping. I did look up the house at the. It's a real nice neighborhood. This is not, in a bad neighborhood. So that is weird. This is in I would say, just looking at the neighborhood on the map, is kind of like a newer homes within the last 15, 20 years, maybe even, newer. So we will find out what we can find out. You will see what I see when we get there. This is where a lot of people are coming because you can go get brand new houses out here.
It sounds like it.
And
I think he is going to the crime
instead
scene.
of an older one. So a lot of families are moving out here, but this is a elderly. I don't want to say elderly because 65 is not old, but an older woman. I have not posted the photo, but I did notice JLR found an unconfirmed photo. So shout out to the sleuth JLR finding that photo. But we are now getting closer, 7 minutes away.
Arizona does look beautiful, but I tell you what, I never want to see another cactus. Mm-mm. Too much dirt. Beautiful sunsets, though.
So I will describe the suspect again. Described, came through on the dispatch. So this is all unconfirmed information. The dispatcher relayed this to the fellow officers after this was reported. Hispanic male, 5'10", skinny, thin build. He left in a 2002 Ford Ranger pickup, unknown color. So if you want to look up the color of the pickup or the what that looks like. Now, when I stop, I'll read the exact. I don't know if he said camper show. It might have a camper show. We'll find out. But thank you guys for tuning in today.
Oh, a manhunt. Nice.
So there's a manhunt for the death of that
Now,
65-year-old
yeah,
woman.
small towns are definitely cool. Now, Vail is a pretty.
Yeah, it looks like it.
If you look up Vail, Arizona, it's pretty small. It's one of those towns that basically was nothing, and then all of a sudden, it just sprouted
Makes your
with all
knuckles
kinds of new
dry.
homes and new families. It's nice. I mean, it's a really nice area.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Between that and Milk Dud. And celery.
So we are now 5 minutes away from the street. So what the plan of action when we get there, we got to really compete with the sun right now. So we got to find at least, if we can stay in the car.
Damn.
And if they have the house, if it's blocked off. I mean, sometimes they like to clear these scenes quick because they don't like to, annoy the neighbors. Even though, we've seen what happened with Nancy's. So to me, let me know in the chat. What do you think is going to happen? You think the tape is going to be down at the house? I think if it was any other sheriff we would probably be guessing the tape will be up. I mean, it hasn't even been, 24 hours since the case suspicious death has been reported.
Okay. With
So do you
composure.
think the tape is going to be up or down? But we will be there very shortly. Hit the like button. Helps out the stream if you share it out to the X or the other channels, then other people can find us. Shout out to the JLR Army, whoever
Right.
else, all the other YouTubers. I was watching Mark the Shark earlier. Who
What
else
about your
was-
elbows?
AJ was out there. Everybody's doing their thing. And hopefully we have a YouTubers Unite here coming soon this week. So stay tuned. All right, so we are 4 minutes away, guys and gals.
You never noticed your being dry. Oh my god, from the desert. You're a trip.
So as you can see, this is a really nice neighborhood. Thank you, Kathleen. Anyone helping with the supers, thank you so much. Supporting independent media,
Yeah, I can see my
alternative media, as Sleuth likes to say. Sleuth intuition, he coined that one. Alternative
I
media.
also feel them.
All right, guys. So here we are. I'm going to quiet down. No, I'm just kidding. All right, here we are. Let's hope, I should say, that we
Oh, my
are able to
elbows are
talk to somebody.
soft as a baby's butt. It's called lotion.
Will the media be here?
Yes, you have to watch the celery clip. Oh my god. Yeah, that was quite. If you need a good laugh.
Look at how nice this neighborhood is. It's like nice. I mean, we're talking paved, bike paths. Might
In
even
1 mile,
turn right onto South Moss Lane.
Alrighty.
Roxanne.
Community pool.
Love you.
No one's even at it. Oh no, there's a couple people there.
I can't believe she said, let me see you check your elbows.
Suspicious death. Now there are some articles that were made by KOLD, Cold News, KOLD.
Not a fan of theirs.
They did not mention the suspect description in there, but we do have the suspect description. Now the reason Pima County has not encrypted their scanner, which is great, so the public can be aware of what's going on and who's doing what. But in the city of Tucson, they have now encrypted all of our scanners.
Yeah, let me know.
So the lack of transparency with the Tucson police has now restricted us from being able to hear calls that are happening. But because this is Pima County,
Turn right onto South Moss Lane, then take the first right onto East Hamden Greenway.
all right, here we are, guys and gals. Look, there's a look
At
at
the
that.
stop sign, turn right onto East Hamden Greenway.
Do you see
then
that?
arrive at your destination.
Those are wow, look at that. Somebody was peeling out right there on the road. Like those are some really strict. That's the first thing I see when I get here. Look at that. I mean, they have to be going fast to be going like
Oh, it's showing up on my Discord. Hold on a minute.
Yep. I mean, but those are thick. Very now. See, I don't know where this is, so we're just kind of gonna cruise around this neighborhood for a little bit. There is not an exact address. It just said
There is an address. I just found it. It was in my it was in 857's thing.
well, look, it looks like it appears everything's just back to normal.
I'm gonna send you the address, baby, if you want to look it up.
What are you sending me?
The address
So
to
we
where
are going
this
to go.
woman
We
was
obviously
found.
just got here, so maybe they're up here. Maybe Pima County Sheriff are up here.
Arrive at your destination. Arrived.
Well, we have arrived, but that just means on the street. So we don't know they did not release the address. If anyone does have the address, though, feel free, please email me 857live@gmail. Because if we could find the address, then we could at least maybe knock on the door of the neighbors. But so far, I do not see one Pima County Sheriff deputy after someone was just found here on this street under suspicious circumstances, a death, 65-year-old woman. So right now we will see if we can find the house, but right now we do not know. Now, what is interesting is there is a sheriff right there, but it looks like the sheriff lives there. So there's actually a sheriff that lives on this street, it appears. It appears there is a sheriff that lives on the street. But this is the street right now. It's called Hampton Green, Hampden Green. Now, I do not know the address. They have not released the address, so we're just going to try and possibly talk to someone on this street. Read chat. 13618. Okay, 13618. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I just was able to stop. You guys are awesome, man. The Army is awesome. Thank you guys, and my chat. Thank you, 857s. Thank you. All right, 13618. Okay. So right to the right of me is an actual sheriff. He lives there. Look, you can see the front of. Oh, maybe you missed it. 13618.
Yeah, I won't say that out loud.
Got it. Okay, so we're at 1340. 4755. So we're looking for 13618.
I don't know, girl. The address. I just sent him the right address. Hold on. Hold on.
I do have somebody walking here real quick. I'm going to ask him. Hey, buddy. Hey, did you hear about a homicide on the street? Did you hear about a homicide on the street?
I don't know what happened, but just down the street here, there was a bunch of police.
Yeah, it was a homicide.
Last night, that's what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, last night.
Suspicious circumstances.
Yeah, I don't know. My kids, some neighbors, kids too, they were down there just kind of watching, a bunch of gloves with
Really?
police out there.
Okay.
Yeah, his play-by-play is.
Idea what actually happened, but yeah, if it's a homicide, I mean, do you
Yeah.
know anything else?
They were looking for a Hispanic male driving a 2002 Ford Ranger.
Oh, was this the guy that was 5'9" or 5'10"?
Came through on the.
Is this the same guy from last night?
But you don't know any other like details about
65-year-old woman.
Did you just like drive by or what?
No, I'm a YouTuber and an independent media.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 857 Tucson.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to follow on the page.
Gotcha. Yeah, I had no idea. We just moved in, so last night I was actually cleaning the garage and like pulling stuff in and out. All I heard at some point in the afternoon.
Like Mario Kart. I like that.
What
I love
time?
that game too.
I don't even remember. I feel like I got home after 4. This must have been between 5 and I don't know. It was dark by the time I.
And you just heard him coming in with the sirens and everything too?
Yeah, but I thought it was all coming over.
Shanna, is this the same guy that's like 5'9" or 5'10" that
Said
is all over X?
13618.
That's nice.
So it's not far.
No, it's up here to the right.
And when did the sheriffs leave?
That I don't know. I was out here until at least 8 or 9, and they were still down there.
Still down there.
Yeah.
Where'd you move from?
So just Corona.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice neighborhood. You would never think.
No, yeah, and I had no clue that that's what it was. Like we basically just told our kids like,
Gotta go eat too.
Stay
things
away.
happen.
Yeah.
You know, like
Did they? Oh, so they didn't hear anything either?
no.
Oh, wow.
We just told them like, hey, it's a safe neighborhood. Things happen because they're
Yeah, you don't want to scare them.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely. Hopefully, we get to the bottom of it. Because have you heard about the Nancy Guthrie case?
Yeah.
Yeah. What have you have any thoughts with that? Like, what happened to her? Because I mean, once this happened, Nancy's older. This lady's older.
Yeah.
Shanna's
somebody
on it.
who's like targeting elderly people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, Nancy obviously was taken
Yeah.
potentially.
Hey, if you're just tuning in, please don't forget to hit the like
Final outcome, but
and share.
so like, was she? Do you know? She killed at the
Oh, it's in the screenshot. I didn't read it. Sorry.
This woman?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they said suspicious death. Woman found at home. Suspicious death. Signs of trauma. So somebody basically did something to her. They haven't disclosed, but yeah. That's what's odd about it.
Damn. Yeah. Well, it's been less than 24 hours too. So.
Yeah, and it's odd that the sheriff wouldn't still be here. At least, I don't know. I guess they just pack up early. I mean, at least leaving one sheriff there just to protect the house, because people come back and then they try. I mean, I've heard of stories where they'll come back to a scene to try to get basic. Let's see. It's getting hot out here. My phone overheated. Yeah, cool, man. Well, I'll let you get to it. All right. All right. So we do have some new information. Everybody, are we back? All right. Sorry about that. Dang. All right, everybody.
It's been 5'10". See, it is the one that I thought of from
Yeah.
last
So
night.
I turned my AC off like a like an amateur. That was an amateur move, guys. Amateur move. I turned the AC off, and
I know. Half a
because I wanted to hear him. I wanted the video to come through on the So I got to get out of this guy's way. So we're gonna go 13618, 13618. We are back in. The phone overheated. Amateur move, guys. 13618. Now he did say the cars came in last night around 5 or after 5 o'clock. They were here all night. He didn't see when they left.
I don't know, but it's still
This
funny
is
to
it.
not see Tucson without a hat. I mean, I'm not used to it. I got you. I got you, babe.
All right, we're gonna get out, and we will park in front of the house and set up shop. See if we can talk to some neighbors. See if we can talk to some neighbors. All right, we are at 13618. Give me 1 second. I'm going to set the so I think we got the right address. It's right in front of us.
Thank you, girl. Love you. We're about to get off too.
Thank you.
We can't do these really long streams.
Love having you on. Just give me half hour. Shanana, please. That's all we need.
Yeah.
Just a half hour.
Do it, banana.
But have a good night.
Yeah. I know what she would be more open to do.
All right. Sorry about the blinking. All right.
We'll
So
talk
what we're
about
going to
that
do is
later.
instead of getting out, it's 108 here.
Damn.
And hotter when you're out on the asphalt. So I'm just going to park so we can see the house. And then I'm going to like
You
do a
want to go ahead
little
and
walking around.
close it up, baby?
Yeah.
Because this guy does have his garage open. So we will kind of get a
You guys are absolutely freaking amazing. We love you. And to those watching on replay, we appreciate you. And until
We love you
Monday, I
all.
guess. Thank
Yep.
you.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend. God bless every one of you.
And be
And until we see you on Monday for another banging show.
Yes.
Peace.
Bye.